Good evening. I'm going to begin when we get a little bit more of a crowd. If you're here because you know what I do, or you know what this channel is about, so I don't have to introduce myself. I'm actually quite tired, but I made a promise to come back and finish something we were talking about. Yesterday I was thinking about the 28th out. So what do you think happens? Bonjour Hélène, comment ça va? Hélène Plante 21. 21 Blackjack, c'est Blackjack 21 ou c'est 21 juste comme ça, 7 fois 3? La poule, le œuf de la poule va pondre sur le 21e jour. Puis, il y a 3 semaines qui passent que le œuf qui pond des œufs va pondre 18 œufs en 21 jours. Il y a 3 jours qui ne pondra pas. C'est le 7e jour, la journée de congé. Bonjour la belle. Bonjour Pixel. On voulait parler français à soir. Do we want to speak in English and French? If I knew any other languages, I would speak in them all. But maybe you can translate yourself. Bonsoir, good evening. Good evening, Scarlett. East, the Beast, 45, 47. That is quite interesting. East, the Beast. The Eastern Fox. So, E-R-N. That's pretty funny. Good evening. I got a pretty fancy green screen right back there, right? I will be here 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. I want to see 5 million people not watching. Is it possible in the next 5 minutes I will have at least 500 million people not watching the channel? That's pretty simple, right? Will there be 7 billion people not watching the channel? That also is very probable. 7.5 billion people will not be watching this channel. That's also very probable. I think if there was 8.2 billion people on this planet, there would be 8.199 billion not watching this channel. But for those who are here, This is social media. What do I do on this page? What is this avatar all about? I guess I do a little bit of art. What do you think? I connect dots and dashes and relationships to what creates characters, letters, also what is numerology, gematria, if it's Halloween, if it's a hamburger or a bird or a fish, if there's a story related to it, I will tell you the numeric story, and then I will connect all the stories that talk about the same numbers and where they go to. That's what I do, connecting dots and dashes. In the earlier days, it was fish upon a wish. I was fishing. This way, that way, the other way, upside down, right? Which way do you want to go? Where do you want to go? No, no, tell me, come on. I know you understand. Let's do it. Do it. Come on. The battle is now. You know, when you battle in the box, it's 3 minutes, right? Look at that. I just grew a big mustache. So if you're thinking about battling in the box, it's funny the way boxing, they have rounds in boxing. They have boxing rounds in a square ring. Wait a second, a ring is round, and they have rounds, and that's round. Round is round, and ring is round, but yet it's square. But today I was thinking about the 3 minute round. And why is it a 3 minute round? I don't know. But I do know something, that 3 minutes is 180 seconds. I do know that 18 is half. So then I do know what it is. The tetrahedron is half of what is square. Isn't that funny? I mean, seriously, the tetrahedron is half of what is square. So all I would have to do is this and that. Let me see that again. The tetrahedron is half of what is square. Yes, the triangle. Here's the triangle, and here's the square. That's it. Looks like the letter K to me. You know, like Kmart or something, or K-Art. I can hear the motor running between the two dog houses. Hold on. I think I got a phone call. Let me accept this call. I think it's Kate. Wait a second. We're going to bring you both up, but please only one speak at a time. Please. I think number 8 came in. Why it's 8, please. This is not what it is about Kate. So if you say Kate and I can't really see your name, all I heard was 8. So if I heard 8 and I just saw the letters and they weren't actually in order, so maybe I read the word T, and so you were sifting through something. Do you know 8 goes everywhere? In star math, 8 becomes 8 at the end of everything. So now you're sifting through T. So now you're at the 7th gate. That's where the number 42 comes in. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2 is 8 and 6. This is the passage through the 7th gate between the higher and the lower of the numerics, 4, 5, and 6, and 8, 9, and 10. What happened to the rest? Well, we have to go to games. In the game of craps, it'll tell you what you get for the rest. It'll also tell you what you get for the numbers I just spoke. In the game of craps, they give you a set of payments, right? When you plug in 5 chips or 10 chips or whatever it is, we understand that professional gaming has showed us they have a $1 chip, they have a $5 chip. I don't know if they have a $10 chip. I think after that it's a $25 chip. So they don't have a $10 chip. We have a $10 bill. In Roman numerals, we have the letter X for 10. But yet, when you go play in the casinos, they don't have that $10 chip. I bet you they're going to come out with it now. I guarantee you they got it somewhere now for sure. Unless I don't know, but I know back in the heyday, you know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
where is this? Where is this? So yeah, so we have the $25 chip, and then we jump to the 100, and there's no $25 chip. They have the 50 cent piece. We now have the $2. I think they had a 250 chip at the casino. That's going to represent Mars. And then I know there's small, they must have smaller ones, but I'm not going to get into that. But when you do get to the smaller ones, where you need this is in the game of Baccarat. Now I'm going to be quiet. Good evening, Kate Blonde 42 with two D's at the end of D.
Good evening to you. I was hoping you would hop over.
Oh, hop over to you or hop over here?
Hop over there. Yes, I had came back and everyone was pretty much gone, so I had to put my daughter and I had to let my sitter go. But by the time I came back, I was like, well, maybe I'll just give it a minute and maybe he'll have hopped over to his own channel and we'll see if we can continue or just kind of pick up wherever. I'm ready to ride the wave. I get just a very I have some notes here kind of where you left off, but you're already on the wavelength and I love whatever wavelength you're on and so I tend to take notes just to follow. Um, I
Okay.
get very intrigued.
So I'm going to just finish what I had on the other page. And then if
Sure.
there's anything like over history, time, and remember, I don't really know too much other than like if you ask a question, we can observe like anyways, I'll explain it to you on the way through the question.
Sure.
So um you know what's going on here, right? In front of me here. Hold on a second.
Ah, that is so hilarious. I
What are
thought
you
I
doing?
saw. Do you have one? How
Yeah,
many do you have?
one, but I used to have don't want to say. I'm the one. If you look at my videos somewhere back in 212 or 11 or 10 or 9 or 8 or whatever it is, I had like 41.
Oh, okay, okay.
You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? I was like I went through some learning periods while learning to do what I'm doing. You know, I don't know, like why operate a cat for like $99 when you can spend 10,000 trying to like cleaning the house. And they're so cute. I mean, she's like,
I know, right?
look at me
Um,
disturb you. Got my motor running up on the highway.
I'm surprised. And so she's female. I'm surprised she's not making bread. They call it making bread.
So these are pirates. Okay, so they say in one of the shows, and then they did it in one of the other shows. My vocabulary choices when I do just talk regular is not so good, but anyways, in the shows they used to say the cat steals your breath. The cat buries its poop. It's like a treasure. So it goes in the sand. It already knows it solidifies in the sand. Um, the cat in French and the sank. Sorry, not the sank. Nothing sank. I don't know if it was quicksand, but I have to joke with this because in French, when you say number four, it sounds like cat. When you say five, it sounds like sank. So the cat sinks. The four and five is the feminine, and there's a crossover with it. The four and five is what is 666. It's the sinking of the 4 5 of the 6 6 and 6, the proton, the electron, the neutron through the cat. The cat is the 9 lives. It joins the 2 houses together, the 144 through the cat. 414 connect. The 9 is not just 9 as is, because in the singular house, it is 1 between 4 and 4. But when you're going for communication, right, which is the duality, it is on the outside. It becomes 2 3 2. That when 2 comes around, one of the 2's comes with 1,
Yes.
and the other one comes without. What this also can explain is that on this corner here are 3 sides, but on the edges are only 2. It becomes 2, 3, and then 2. So there's a few ways to look at this. These are the things in the theories that don't give a direct explanation. But when you say this, if there were only 4 to work with, that the cat is 414, then we would look at this, that if it's 414, what are we missing? 2 and 3. Now 2 and 3 is 5, 1 and 4 is 5. So we get now, what is 2 and 3? We take A with BC, and then we take BC with D. So we get ABC 6 and BCD 9. The 9 lives of the cat, or the birth, and the 6 life. So 9 and 1 10, 6 and 1 7. What the 10 does reduces to 1. It becomes 1 through 7, and that equals to the 28-day cycle. AG is the silver chord, if you want to call it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That's the end of it. Reconnect, do.
Yes. And then back to the loop to the beginning, correct?
Right, because the do part back to the beginning equals 36. Do, re, mi,
Yes.
fa, sol, la, ti, do. And you know what happens on the
Correct.
28th day? In baseball, if you're playing baseball, okay, pitch number 28, okay, will be the 10th man, starting off at the first man. Out number 28 starts extra innings. Out number 28 in baseball, when both teams are playing, you will be, if I remember correctly, let me just look back at my numbers. I think 4 innings are complete is 24. So this is where the rain out comes in to play, where if it's rained out in the 5th inning, you will have accomplished the 20. The home team has to be, I'm not really sure where it is, but if I knew what the rain out law was, I can explain to you where the numbers are. Let me look it up so I'm not
Wow. I
let
do
me.
have something that's actually called renouns, they said, but my daughter's birthday happens to be the 666. And a lot of people are kind of thrown off by that. But myself, I don't. And her father's true name is Nero. And so a lot of people get kind of thrown off and intimidated by that. But I've never saw it that way. However, I don't know what it is about that whole story and the whole thing that
Trinity.
intimidates people.
Trinity. It's all Trinity. You want me to explain it? Try and
But
remember
something,
this. ABC. Okay. No, it's not ABC. Yes. ABC, ABD, ACD, BCD. Okay. But the numbers I'm going to give you now are not these numbers. These are just basic combinations of 4 that they have to be like this. But what I'm going to show you now is AEI in the 4th dimension, okay, in Saturn square is equal to 70, 74, and 78. Then what you will get is 66, 74, and 82. Then you will get 58, 74, and 90. Each one of these are 222 equaling to 666. The thing is, one of the lines I did not give to you. Can you see what is missing? There should be 888. So if I believe I'm correct, I did not give you 62, 74, and 86. That will also be 222. But if you put A, B, C, D next to each line and did the combinations, there would be 4 combinations of 222. And if I did them all, you'd have 1 times 888 and 4 times 666.
Okay, that is.
This is just the basics of Saturn square, the way I gave it to you. But it works for all
Yeah,
the all the what do you call it? It works for everything except for 3, 6, and 9. Do you know why? Because 3, 6, and 9, if I remember correctly, equals to our vibration. So mark this down and tell me what the total is, please. 90 plus 78 plus 66.
Is it 244?
234?
Did I say 244? Did I say that?
I don't know. I didn't hear you quite well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me see here. Oh, yes, 234.
Okay, so 432 is our vibration. March 24th is 324, the reverse alphabet. 423, reverse alphabet, walking the plank between Mars and Earth. Do you remember
Yes.
I said 324?
Yes.
So here's the 3, here's the 4, just missing the 2. So it doesn't matter which way, we're always missing one of the numbers. 18 by 18, 324. It's half the sphere. Like if you had a bicycle with 2 wheels, right?
Yeah.
The front wheel, the bottom or the top, choose. It doesn't matter what you choose, you only get half. And in the
Right.
back, you get the other half. The S letter is half a bike tire. You need another S in the front, another one in the back. And they just keep
Yes.
connecting. That's the way the zodiac signs also work. That's the way everybody describes it.
Yes, the rotation.
Yeah,
It's
so
almost
because
like a circle on a circle that overlap, sort of.
yeah, well, they're happening simultaneously. There's multitudes of them. I have the piece of art that let me see if I have it here. I usually can design. I mean, I can't. I don't know if I don't design it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how can I know if I
Yeah.
didn't design it? I mean,
Yes.
what do I have to base anything off of? You know?
Oh, my goodness, my paper is so full of.
Okay, what was the thing I was talking about? Oh, I think here it is. This is it.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so just let me tell you a little bit just about. I just want to go back in something. So my biggest thing was 50 years ago, right? 50 years ago, I got a scary thing that happened. Then all of a sudden, I started having dreams about the alphabet. They were really scary. They were the
You said
scariest
something
dreams.
about an alphabet or an alphabet soup in your
Oh,
earlier video today. And I was like, wow, the house of alpha,
oh, hold on,
alphabet.
hold on. I can maybe play it. Hold on a second. Oh, let me see. I think my little video today was, hold on. Is this it?
Hey, matey, what's going on?
Hold on.
What's going
Yes.
on? You're coming here to give me a new vibration.
Okay, that's it.
Hey, matey, what's going on?
12 years ago.
What's going on? You're coming here to give me a new vibration? Just for that, I'm ordering lunch. What will it be, Captain? It'll be alphabet soup. Well, that's not out of the ordinary, he says. And then I turn back and say to him, today I want it in Braille. My alphabet soup in Braille. That's what
I loved that. I was like, that is so cool. The alphabet soup and the house of Alpha and the bed. That is so awesome.
So, the Carlos that was in the other group, right? He reminded me because the Spanish, or I don't know whatever you want to call that alphabet. They exchanged the B for the V, and the Hebrews have the second letter is the B for the V. And what happens in numbers in it's not just numbers, but it's also the artwork. Without the artwork, I wouldn't know. But 1 between 2 equals to 3. Therefore, 1 and 9 is 10. But the minute I get to 2, I can create 11. That's my first 11. But I haven't created anything yet until I reach 3 with this association. But until I get this association into 4, where this becomes a duplication, because 1 and 3 was a duplication of 1 in between 2, but 4 was nothing at all. 4 has not been mirrored yet. So only in the completion of 4 did we get the completion of bet. Now, not only do we get bet, we get the mirror of bet with 9. That is, I think, the iota, but this here creates 13, and this is our association of the king in the 1317 days, which creates the 61619 days, in which the reason we stop is because the 20th day is here. So we stop here before we connect to 7, because all we get here is the 6th area. We stop. We go through here, 6, 6, and 6, and we stop. And then we get 7, 6 again over here. This is our alphabet, the Sumerian, and a whole bunch of games. Inside of this, I can do whatever what needs to be done. It's just, you're just reading a script, really.
Yes, I get very interested in how the scribes used to write with a triangle, and they used to only use the angle or the tip, the scribe and the line, and it almost used like they used a nail. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, not sort of, not really, but I do. I understand. So, because what it is when you're using dots and dashes and you start to connect, if things are turned on an angle, this is where Saturn square comes in. Where did I notice this? I'd have to redesign it, and it's late. There's a lot of buzzing outside at this time. They put all these new lights, and I hear all the the energies. That's why I took away my fridge, and I have no more fridge in here. I have a little freezer in the back room. Once my fridge went, I didn't want to hear the electric. Ever since there was there's a program
So
on.
let me move away from that fan as well. That'll help.
Oh yeah, it went down a little bit.
Yes, I moved away from the fan. That does help.
Oh yeah, a lot. Okay, I didn't know you're making that.
Yes.
I didn't hear that. Okay, it
Do
helped,
you
but
typically let one person in on your live, or do you do multiples or just one?
I would let in a whole bunch of people if we can just. I don't like to have to
Concentration.
stop everybody in their tracks. Everybody goes off track. I have, after 20 years, 21 years, not knowing where I was going for most of the time, let's say for 18 of them. Actually,
Yes.
after I hit my 10th year or my 11th year, I started having huge glimpses that I started to see my past that was actually coming out in the present of all my work. And I found that quite interesting, that I still come up with the same answers, and I didn't have to look. And what really happens when TikTok came about and I started to communicate with others and I was able to hear stories of others, especially when they jumped into the Bible, I started to hear stories that correlated. And then in music, it correlated. So everything correlates. There's someone out there named Music Magic, and he talks about the ear and the piano, and I see it in my work. I see it in that work. I already know for fact, and I know the big scientists already know that pi was created to be what it is. But if you're dividing something by seven, there's nothing anything other than 142,857. That's all there is. All divisions of seven are the same thing, the same answer. There is no 3, 6, and 9, but what comes from the dividing seventh gate is the power of 3, 6, and 9.
Ah, I see. That is one of my main interests is the 3, 6, and 9, namely the 9. 9, I have such an interest in how it holds the everything and nothing. Is when you put it with another number, how it automatically becomes the other number. It's absolutely nothing. Or if you add all the numbers together, it everything becomes 9. So it's essentially everything and nothing. And that to me right there, I've had such a deep interest in that, which has taken me down the spiral of Fibonacci, and which has taken me down multiple different loops of one thing leads to another and comes back around again to the beginning of let's see, almost like the 8. Not just an individual loop, but back around, and it circles back around. So I have such a deep interest in
Hey,
finding other people that are able to think on a different wavelength. It's so hard to find them. And I'll tell you, Forbidden, I want to thank him so much because he is the one. For without him, I definitely would have never met you. And I think that you are both some of the very most interesting minds that I have met. I appreciate
sorry about
you.
that. I have
Oh,
our, I got, I have, I, I don't know, but I don't know if they call it arthritis or whatever, something in my toe. It's I there's no more whatever you want to call it. When I stretch my feet sometimes just to get like that, I just goes out of place and whatever. It just like it's very like cuckoo.
it sends a shockwave.
Oh my!
It's
Yesterday it was like somebody banging nails into my toe all day long. It was pretty cool. You know why? Because every time that happens and I get the pain, I close my eyes and I feel the vibration. I'm saying, okay, just another upload. I says, I asked for it. I says, if I asked for it, here it comes. And like for 5 straight minutes, bang, 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 bang. And
oh
whether it's real or
wow.
not, I play the game as it is, you know. Like they say, you're
Yes,
getting
yes.
old. I'm not getting old. It's part of the game.
Forbidden, I appreciate you. He just wants to be. He says, leave me out of it. That's the humble side in him.
So when you ask, do I bring up many people? If I'm, many times when I do bring up more than one, and even when I bring up one, if I'm going down a lane, I want to stay going down that lane. If you
Yes.
bring up
Follow
another
the
subject or
theme.
say something, I'm going to start that lane. You bring up something else, I'm going to go. How many things can I talk about? I,
Right.
you know,
You like to follow the vein. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, I can throw it all the way around, but nothing's going to be complete, and then my credibility is zero. So eventually, at what point do I stop the masquerade?
Yes.
I mean, because we have a lot of chitter chatter out. I mean, even in schools when they're teaching, when they teach, there's no, I don't even know what it is. I mean, basic math, one. What is one? Like your number nine, right? So when I said A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D is 10, A, B, C is 6, A, C, D is 8, and A, B, D, okay, is going to be 7. BCD is going to be your 9. That's where our birth comes in. Our birth comes in the BCD. And the difference between what is with A and what is with D is both sides of the house. They crisscross through the seventh gate. One is no longer in the position of what one is, but one takes a new part. Would one be in the seventh position here, joining 6 and 6? Because if there's only 13 areas, every area is valued at 1. So one goes over here in the seventh position, joining this 6 and this 6. Here's one area. Although it's a seventh area, it's noted to be 1.
Yes, absolutely.
So here, if you notice, I'm counting by twos. 1, 3, 5, 7, 5, 3, 1. Why did I do that? Do you have any idea? I'm going to be back in 30 seconds. My door is open.
Sure.
I counted by twos. Do you know why? Think of the queen.
You said the queen?
Yeah, you have to think of the queen. You also have to think of Abraham. What had happened with Abraham? What happened? He had to separate with the sword the house.
Yes.
So he separates the house. There are 2 houses.
Yes. The bet. The 2 sides.
There's
The
2
bet.
houses. They came together in one house. So I forget, what was my main script part in this right now? What was I saying? Oh yes, the ABCD. So
Yes.
so what it is with the D, the 4 and the 2 is the A part is what makes up the 2 houses. It shows a split between the 2 houses. The D part, okay, the B part without the A part doesn't show a division. Now the D part shows the 4 corners that you're born amongst both houses and not divided amongst the house. And that's where the 3 would end up coming out other than the 4. I like to think of the cat and the pirate with this. I don't know why. I don't know what they did to the cat. They may have duplicated the cat of some way. You know, the dog and the cat, DC Comics or Marvel, we can include that too because all the comics are included in this. In fact, all of life is about the comics we read.
Yes.
If you want to go to the Rolling Stones or the Beatles, I have a big one that came out the other day. I had to just shut it down. I just, the thing is, I'm not the final word. And I get excited for myself. It doesn't mean it means anything other than to myself. I'm going to look back in the book and see which song it was. I think it was Hey Jude. So I was thinking all the Jews, you know, what were they talking about? Hey Jude. Were they feeding hay to the Jews? I mean, the horses? Because this does have something to do with the
I thought
horses.
that too. I was like, there's something deeper to that, the Hey Jude. There's so much something. There's always so much symbolism, especially in the Beatles.
Oh, yes. So I'd have to go back and see which one it is. But besides that, I still want to just give me 1 second. I want to finish with what we did in the other one. Somebody was mentioning number 13. We had
Yes.
Millie, and Millie is my new niece, my niece's daughter, my grandniece, or if you want. Hey, it's pretty cool to be this age. I got like new words. Hey, I like look at me. I got a grandniece. Like I didn't have a grandniece before. Now I got a grandniece.
I
I
have
even got a
grandnephews.
grandnephew.
Yeah. That's,
And now when you show up somewhere, they want you to show up with presents. I says, Ma. I says, Ma. Ma. I says, look. Look at me, Ma. Look at me. Here's my presents. I'm here. She doesn't see. She says, nothing's in your hand. I say, Ma, here's my presents. Do you follow what I'm saying with that? I am the
But what?
present. I'm
Yes,
showing up.
exactly.
You supply me the food. I drove all this way, 14 minutes. I was thinking
Just
about getting a
exactly what we
motel.
just said. Uh-huh, just exactly what we just said. The hands may be filled with nothing, but they are everything. Right here.
So, yeah, so just give me 2 minutes, just 1 second.
Sure. Judgment, justice, grace, and mercy ends soon. Forbidden. I wish you would have stuck around in the live. Who do you feel has betrayed you, Forbidden? I wish you would have stuck around in my live. He mentioned your name like 2 seconds after you left. He said how he was talking about how the word ace came into play to the whole thing. And then he looked and he said, well, where did he go? Because as soon as he made that point, he looked and your box was gone. Oh, I saw that. I heard that. Yeah, he really did too. I think that this is a good idea for another live to be able to narrow it down so that we can have just a couple in or just, and not so much chitter chatter. I think he's on a really good wavelength here, but you're absolutely correct with, having the chance to be able to also speak. When you have a wavelength, I like to be able to hear those and because you always have something to take away from each person and from each person's wavelength. And so when somebody's on a roll, I really like it when they're able to follow that vein. It's like a vein of gold. It's just like mining gold. I was chatting with your commenters,
Thank
talking
you,
about a
because
way.
that's what
Yes.
that's what I need up here is those who can talk with others. So, because I rather be here answering
Yeah.
questions other than I rather show it than answer questions. Because if I just rattle off a million things, there's hundreds of thousands of years, right, to go through. And you want me to tell you about why there's hundreds of thousands of years? In fact, there's millions of years, billions of
Yes.
years. Do you know why? And do you know how I know? Because Darwin said so. Einstein
Because
wrote about it. It doesn't matter who they are. If it's accepted at the universities, I study those algorithms. I study those realities. That's what I do. I go over the word to understand the word, and I'm not done. I do like la 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 because that is power. I don't know if it's negative or positive. Allah, la 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 la. Want to know why? Because I made it up. But I'm going to tell you why I made it up. Because the L letter, land animal, and man on day 6 Genesis. The L letter is the 12th letter. If I add up 1 through 12, I get to 78. The 12th moon is on the 336th day of the year. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. Now, where, just let me show you this piece. Hold on a second. Where is this piece? I have to re-explain this again. The 336th day is the end of the 12th moon. If I marked it in time, it would be 180 and 36 in minutes, which would be 216, which is a hexahedron, which is 1.5 Now, the reason why 1.5, is it because of these 3 lines out of 4, 1.5? Is it because it goes from here, 1, and this becomes half? What is the 1.5 other than the payout in blackjack, which is also communication? Why? 1 times 5, 1 plus 5, 5 and 6, 11. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3, 5 and 6, 11. So on the 336-day ending, the 12th moon, if you look at it in time, it becomes 216, which is 6 by 6 by 6. 216. The moon diameter, 2160. 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18. Half, right? Half of 360, because after that, you start going all the way around and everything begins mirroring itself. But remember something. The total is 234, 432 vibration. That when you begin, if the rule of thumb is 1 and 2 equals to 3, that when you get from 180 on the platform, okay, you don't start at 180. You remove the first 10 on each side. So 180 gets reduced to 160. And then you divide it with 10 in the center. Take off 10 here, take off 10 here. This is your 180. Take off the 10 in the center over here. Goes from 160 to 150. We need the 10. Now it's Sunday, and we have to have the hash marks out. 36 inches for every hash mark. 3 by 12 equals 36. 4 by 12 equals 48. So here we get a hash mark. And on the 48, does anybody know what we get? We get beyond the arc.
Yeah,
Now the
yeah.
arc is basketball. But it's not only basketball, it's something that I saw today. An arc-en-ciel is a rainbow. But it's not only an arc-en-ciel, it also says something to do with the rainbow one was sent. Or the sky one was sent. Ciel means sky.
So I just did a poem about a rainbow, was in my poem yesterday, but here's the thing, when I deciphered my first name, April, and it being the April and the ape and the rye, and it deciphered the first beginning part of the name as Ariel, lion, Ariel and the lion, and I am a Leo. So I was kind of a little bit set back by that, and I just pulled that up, I think, about 3 days ago, if I deciphered that correctly.
Okay, if I remember, first of all, I don't really like it, but if you really take a look at it, you can see lira within the word. How does that suit you?
Yes, it absolutely it was that, and it deciphered to something else, and I think it was very similar to that.
Okay, so in April, okay, this is what you have. The A letter here, what you see, holder of all the houses, to where I is born, running the plank all the way across 180, 180, because not only do I create a 180 circle, but I also create a 180 straight line and a 180 straight line, 18 and 18, 36 over here. That becomes the I and the R that divides the house. The I and the R are what is 3 times 6? 3 plus 6 equals to 18 and 9, 27. 18 is R, I is 9. They are the only ones in numbers that become red over any other number. And 9 will connect to what is your Sagittarius Capricorn, and your Capricorn is your association of A, B, C, D, 888, broken down into Trinity, into 4 houses of 666.
Wow. That is my daughter's birthday, and her name is very similar to that. Instead of Allah, it's Allah Sia, with a C in the middle. My goodness.
So you see that when you gave your daughter her name, you numerically already knew through the filtration, and only the mother can really know, right? But unless you're really connected to somebody else, but nobody else can be connected like the mother. There is no other. But other than to understand the brother with the mother is the other. So the difference between the brother and the mother is the with the mother it is the M, and with the brother it is the B and the R. So we need to see that association. The reason for this, and I'm saying it because we're just on it right now. So
Yes.
let me show you that we can write the word AETHER. We can write the WEATHER. We can write the FATHER. We can write the MOTHER, and we can write the BR. OTHER. But when my son was young, right, this is how my son wrote B and R when he was younger.
Wow.
So maybe if I color it in a little bit. Whoop. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I spoke about her earlier. She is 6'6" and she's Gemini, and she and I are so in tune.
See the way it looks like more like a B and an R?
Oh, yes.
So that combination, okay, this is part of, first of all, this is only theory to be put on a shelf, some of the work for what I see through it, and if it comes up other places, and a lot of it has. So first of all, the 13 and the 12, which is the feminine and the masculine, right? The according to the Hebrews who celebrate the bar mitzvah, and the bat mitzvah at the ages of 12 and 13. And it just so happens that 13 is 1 and 3 is 4, and 12 is 1 and 2 is 3. They represent Earth and Mars, but they put a gateway up and they split it to 8 and 6. I mean, these
It's the
these
same
two.
exact combination you just spoke about between 365 and 365 and 300 and no wait, let me start over. 366 and 367. I have to close my eyes sometimes to be able to see it for some reason. I have to close my eyes so I can see it.
Are you talking about the Tzolk'in 260 over the 360 plus 5.25 days?
Yes, in my notes. Yes, 336 to 337, the 12 to the 13, and yes, that's what I have down here in notes. It's
So
it's almost like circling back. It's like
21 times 25,
wavelength.
the
Yes, sir.
5.25 days at the end of the year. Here are some of the calculations. This is not a fixed reality, but a fixed reality for what it serves its purpose for the moment until we put all the
Oh,
trains together. 21
yes.
times 25 is 525. Where do I get this? What is it? 25 cents. We have change in our pocket. I'm going to use the algorithm of the change in our pocket. The 1 penny, the 5 cents, the 10 cents, the quarter, and I'm going to stop. Otherwise, it's 50-50. I'm also
Yeah.
going to say that when I spoke about the bar mitzvah and the bat mitzvah, let me take this off in the background for a second. Let me take this off in the background for a second. That when I
I'm
spoke
gonna.
about this, right? I wrote
Yes.
down this. Why did I write this? Because I see this B and R. Looks like a bear. The bear, right, stores up for 3/4 of the season so it can rest more or less in the last season. So I like to look
Yeah.
at bear as this. So again, the bear represents feminine and masculine, B and R. So the B and
Yes.
R inside the brother, maybe that's why the mother is represented here. There's an extra letter. You see THER, 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 THER. The difference between these three, look how the weather comes in and the aether and the father and the brother and how it all culminates together. It takes 4 fathers to create 1 mother. And the aether. And what it is about this is in the aether, it takes 6 by 28 to create a week of 168.
Yeah.
Coincidence? I don't know. But it takes 7 by 20. What is that?
I was just like, sometimes it makes me gasp. I giggle because it's like, it just tickles me in, like, it's some sort of like a little joy mechanism that goes off.
So this one over here, I have to add this one on separately because the A is split. It splits the house.
Yes.
So
The tip. I
it
see it.
becomes what is the heart? What is the extension? You can possibly, I'm saying possibly, but this has to come under discussion also. Okay. Um, these designs, this, okay, is the smallest cell you can get. I can't work with this with life. I need twice the size for this. This one I can work with, right? This becomes singular in its own zone. See this one in the center. This is the one I'm talking about here, not the one on the outside, just the one here. That's a 1 by 1. This is a 3 by 3. This is 1 and 3 coming together. I need the heart. If you're talking about the 13 or the movement of 13131, I need this one. I need the 33 of Earth. It is the 33 void, the 21 dot in order to create. This one here will move inside this house over here,
There it
always
is.
around the heart. I like to call it Mars Four Seasons Hotel, Motel.
Four Seasons Hotel.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is the Earth, this is the hotel, this would be the motel. Mars is the motel.
The motel and the hotel.
And you know
Nice.
star is rats backwards.
Oh, yes.
So the 337th day of the year is the beginning of the 13th moon. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 3 and 4 is 7. Here's the one ending 432. 1 between 2 equaling to 4, equaling to 3. It all begins here. The reverse alphabet is 324. It's also 423. It's pretty funny, no? So I was explaining over here that take away the 10 over here. Well, first of all, if this was a football field, I'd have to redo this whole thing because the football field is not 160, right? The football field is 100 yards. So I would have to shrink this down and ask myself, if this was the 100 yards, and you see this over here, it's fake. I don't lose 10 yards because this is in the game. But what if this, okay, was a hockey rink? It would be a little bit different. Did you know that hockey, in the middle of a hockey game, the middle of the hockey game, the middle of the basketball game, and the middle of the football game, in the middle of the football game, it's a 20-minute break or 15-minute break. In the middle of the basketball game, there's a halftime. But at the middle of the hockey game, you're on ice and you're all boarded up. The audience is all around. Do you know what time it is in the middle of the hockey game?
See, I don't follow hockey enough.
Do you know how many minutes are in a hockey game?
I don't. I'm sorry. I
Okay,
played
I'll
roller
tell you.
derby
I'll
for
help
20
you
years.
and we'll work together in this, okay? There's 60
Yes.
minutes in the game. Do you know how many
Okay.
periods?
Is it 4 or just 2?
That's beautiful. It's 3. Okay, so now you know it's 3, right? So
Okay.
if it's 60 minutes and it's 3 periods, what would the halftime be?
Oh,
Go slow. It's that easy that you're gonna miss it. Think like this.
so
Tell you again. There's 3 periods. There's 60 minutes. At what point would you be at the halfway point?
would you put it in
Half of 60 is,
30, of course?
and you're on the ice in the 30-minute mark because it's 20 minutes a period. So you're in the middle of the second period.
So they put it right in the middle of a period?
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know why?
I do not. I wish I knew more about hockey. I played roller derby for
Oh,
10
it's not
years.
about hockey. It's about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You
Okay.
missed your period. You had how many kids?
I had 2
There you go. You're in the
children.
second period. When
Yes.
you're into the
And then
second
I had
period
my
mark
tubes
and you miss
tied.
it, right. So when you come to number 28 and 29, this is going into the second period. Number 29 is the leap year, February 29th. It changes everything. It creates the 1461st day
My
in
grandmother's birthday was on leap year. My mom's mom on leap year.
on a leap. Oh, she was born on um on January 1st. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Because they added January, so that would be the leap year, no? I'm just joking.
Right.
So, have you ever thought of this? Januaries and Februaries?
So if I have always understood the calendar to be, I look at it differently, I think, than most people, just because I feel like April is the first month. I don't know why I look at it differently like that.
Well,
Being a, yeah.
you're not the only one. Um, Earth and Mars come together, and if it's the Four Seasons Hotel and we're running, so we'd have to look at it together. If I brought the professional people who study the zodiac, if I can listen to them talk and throw around their stuff, I might be able to understand a little bit more. I have some of the things I have to work with are the zodiac signs themselves. I created a grid in which a I do the number game. I'm going to connect 1 with 369. I'm going to connect 4 with 369. I'm going to connect 7 with 369. Then I'm going to go connect 2 with 258, connect 5 with 258. I'm going to connect 8 with 258. Then I'm going to go take 3 and connect it with 147. I'm going to take 6 and connect it with 147. I'm going to connect 9 and connect it with 147. Why did I choose these numbers?
I see in my mind the W like a grid, like a frequency, W grid.
The 7 days a week we run, right, is any number divided by 7 equals 142857. It does not include the mutable signs. But every time you add 1 with 2 or 1 with 5 or 1 with 9, it'll equal to 3, 6, and 9. When you add 4 to 2, 5, and 8, it equals to 4 and 8, 12. 1 and 2 is 3, 4 and 5, 9, 4 and 2, 6. 7 and 8 is 15, 1 and 5, 6, 7 and 5, 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 7 and 2 is 9. So they all intertwine to create what is the seventh day. For therefore, on this cube, we all connect to the pole, and what equals to what is a day in the sixth, and on the seventh day, there is no seventh day.
The day of rest.
You stand on 17, the day of rest. You stand on the silver cord or whatever they want to call it. I don't know how they know this. Number 85. It's a he she. SHE. YSHE. Because our creation base of 10, A, B, C, D, 10, okay, which is what to create it is what is I9. I9 is what makes up all of what is 9 and 1, 10. What makes up what is 2 and 8, 10. 3 and 7, 10. Air sign. 4 and 6, what is water and earth, connecting 10. What is 2 and 8, connecting water and earth, 10. The 1937 is a fully connected air and fire sign. Where is that? When you look at the opposite side of the cube, the Federation, right? It even shows you here, the Federation. This is M. This is the 3 houses. So if you say Russian Federation, 3 houses. Do you know why? The 4th letter, the 5th letter, and the 6th letter are fed. When you connect 4, 5, and 6, it creates the letter M. Roman numerals. Roman numerals, 1V1 is a Roman numeral. M is 1000. It connects the 3 houses.
Yes, absolutely. And the Egyptian hieroglyph, how they used to draw the owl for the owl's brow and they would call it mem.
Oh, I like that. Oh my God, there's other connections to that too. And one of the reasons they chop the nosies off, right, is because you can't split one nose in half. So when you split one nose in half, it becomes 5, 5, because half of 1 is 5. So it becomes half a nose. So now the breath is separated into the soul.
Exactly. Yes.
I mean, we're not just humans, just like being humans as like humans is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get a speaker and the stereo system, and somebody's got to send the message out because you ain't putting on something that ain't receiving anything. You know, I picked up the telephone the other day. I talked into this end, and it came out of that end. It wasn't even me; it was somebody else. They had 2 parts. I only called one. I had one handle, but I had 2 parts. Hello, how you doing? Hey, I can hear you up here. I can talk down here. Up here, down here. I can't see you. May as well close my eyes. I can now see you. I can imagine. Wow, you better get dressed.
To complete the circuit somehow.
So it was a 1 ring-a-dingy. So that was, there's a bunch of, yeah, I do take up people when I'm in this mood and I'm rolling this way. This is fine. As long as you throw me these things and I'm not on a specific, but everybody has to leave me time to answer the questions, right? Because I don't know the answers myself.
Exactly. I just wanted to kind of be a voice for some of the people down in there. Forbidden is saying 8, the infinity of the 5. And he has some things to say. I don't know if he wants to come up or if y'all want to talk or what.
Hold on, the 8, the infinity of the 5. I have some stuff to finish. I have 4 pieces, 3 from the last video, and this one piece here, and then I can bring others up. But you know what the best thing is? That's what I need. I need others to watch, because this is not about me and who's up here. It's who's out there. The masses.
If you make me a mod, I can kind of get rid of some of these people that come in and they're idiots. But
how do you? Okay, let me see how I can do this. Well, first of all, if I can't learn from all the people who aren't idiots.
I know, honey. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
When they're in here talking about something that has nothing to do with nothing, is what I'm talking about, idiots. Wasting their own time is all.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider him an idiot. I think that he has a very golden mind as well.
Oh, definitely.
Just
I mean,
appreciate
we
that
all
people
are, y'all.
on different wavelengths, and so when someone is on a wavelength, like I said, it's like a gold vein in a mine. I love to see where that gold vein leads to in that minefield.
Absolutely. Me too. And I'm glad to see you up there, because I've watched from down here several times. I've come up once, but I have a heart for him, and my grandson, who is 12 years old, who is an alpha generation, who did not want to be born that late. He wanted to be born the year before. He has a big mind with the games and stuff, and so I feel like there's a connection. And I just found out today that he channels me in his sleep, and so I want to be in here for whatever, just to be a sponge to. And whatever you need, I'm here.
Yeah, I just think that if like the less interruption, just like when I have Forbidden on, he really likes to have the least interruption, just so they can follow their wavelength of thought. And I think to me that's what is most important, for them to be able to follow their wavelength, because they're picking up what is a wavelength.
Amen.
And
Yes.
yes. And
Yes.
so that to me, it's hard to find. And so if they're off, if they get off track, or if they get trailed off,
Yes.
then they lose the vein, if that
Exactly.
makes sense.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
We are the bridge, and I'm going to be quiet here.
So what happens is, like, if we're just chit chatting, and somebody asks me a little basic thing, when you just knock me back to where we were, I just forget the basic thing like that.
Mm-hmm.
So let me finish the thing with the brother, mother, and father. What resonates is fa, mo, and bro. It equals to 35 BRO. Mo is 28. Fa is 7. 4 sevens is 28. 28 and 7, fa and mo go into bro. Why? I don't know. But you know why, bro? Because bro is the pull and the passage and the way in this.
The
This
symbol of the 7 is the
this
whole.
this meets at 0.3, 0.4, 0.3, 777. Listen again. This meets at 0.4, 0.3, 0.4, 0.3. Why? Because the center between an area space between 3 and 4 is 1. The pole area holds on to the doors of the entry and the exit, giving it that 0.1 difference, as what is on one end 3 and the other end 4 is not what you think it is. It is actually 3134. We only show the 4 because it's a schematic that me and you can read it today in history that has passed over time, that this schematic is actually ancient, but we have redesigned what we saw in the past over time until it became what we call the cube, the dice cube, Saturn square history, thousands of years old, brought into the alphabet, witnessed on TikTok in October of 2025.
Tick tock, tick tock. Like a clock.
3.5 times 2 is 7. 8 times 3.5 waning moons is 28. 3 by 28 is 84. 28, what is 4 times 2? The lower house or the upper house of what is 2 420s. Let me explain. In French, when they say 80, they say 4 20s. When you say 20, you say cat. That means the cat is in every single house. It is the dog house. Dog is a representation of left. Left is a representation of the cycles. Left is not right. The answer to left is the soul. Where do I get this from? Golf. And day 6 and Rabbi Fine. This is the reason why when you hit a golf ball and it goes to the left, they call that the dog leg. To the right, it's a hook. That's Jack. That's Jesus. That's how we come into the house. When you go to the left, it's 147. 12. 12. 147 is 12. The letter L is the 12th letter. Other than 18, the 18th letter. 1.5 times the difference. Mars vibration 5 and 1. Not only that, 7 months of 31 days. Or how about this? The 337, what is the beginning of the 13th moon, is also equated to the 7 months of 31 days, the same configuration. The 4 months of 30 days, and then the 1 month of Valentine's, 1461, 1440 in a day in a cube. How about Ice Age, right? You ever hear about that?
Yes.
Well, Ice Age is just a reverse alphabet of the same word. Ice reverse is age. Ice Age.
Oh wow, it is too. I'm blown away by the simulation that you just gave with golf, with the symbols, the 4 and the 7, because they actually go back to the ancient the paleo symbols, with the 7 being the throne, and then the 4 also being the hook and nail, the hook and nail being the 4, and the 7 being the throne. I'm like, how does this all? This has got to be like Forbidden says. This is how it all ties in, is mind blowing. Like I'm I step aside like I'm looking at a big picture. A while ago I was looking at a bunch of puzzle pieces, but now it's like pushing all those puzzle pieces together. But if you're standing too close, you still can't see it unless you take a step back. When you take a step back, you see the full picture, and all of the puzzle pieces are pushed together. It's seeing things from a different perspective is still seeing things from the same perspective.
Would you say Mars is a cage?
Amazing.
Is Mars a cage?
I think so.
Oh, did I say that?
I think so, but that's just my thought.
Oh, she said that's just her phone. Is your phone?
No, I said it's just my thought that yes, it's a cage.
So, you know what? I look at this entire thing like, what do I think? What do I think? What do I think? I think we're actually, whatever simulation we're in, we're in. There's nothing missing. It is what it is. This is the game. When you go back and play Dr. Mario Bros. Or whatever it was 40 years ago, that was the game. They didn't say, "Oh my God, this was missing." Nothing's missing. It's part of the game in times. Where those, what if you want opinions are pawns in the chessboard? The chessboard is there. It's 64 bits, right? Chessboard 64 bits. So how do we play these men on these bits and these bits in the chessboard? I like to compare it to 512. Does anybody know what 512 is? Is it gigabytes? So everybody knows 256 and 256 is 512. 16 by 16 is 256. 16 and 16 is 32. It's half a chessboard, in which is occupied by your men on one side of the board. So just looking at the games, and I'm not going to be alone to end this thing that I began, right? It won't end with me. It only ends with all of us, or none of us, or it never ends. But it is, because the beginning is also the end. Every single moment, we never know. It's now. It is.
Absolutely. He who is first is last, and he who is last is first. Why? Because if you're the last one, you automatically become the first.
Okay, do you know what you just said? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to read it back to you. You just said Donald Trump, okay, was last and first. Would you like me to tell you why? Because the ducks
Why
are all
did I
going,
just say that?
the ducks are all going south for the winter. They all have orange feet, right? He has got orange hair, and I've always been comparing him to the two card, which is the two card is known to be the ducks. So I always compared him to Donald Duck, and that's why. And it's been a long time. Also, he's also a connection to Pluto. which is the ninth planet. So this is what I want to talk about. I want to talk about number 9 for a second.
Good.
Yes.
I've
Okay, I
had
want to
Pluto
do.
on my mind.
I just want to go back and just get an old piece. Listen, I don't know how many freaking books. I can't go through them. I'd like to get 1 million people together. No, I like to get 20 million people together. I want to create a game that what I know to do with manipulating the numbers. When you manipulate the numbers, like watch, I want to just show you one small manipulation. Let's talk about 3. 1 goes to 4, goes to 7, goes to 10. Those are all your cardinal signs. It took me 9 to get there. Now I went from 2, wait a second, fire, water, air, and then the 10th one is Capricorn. Don't tell me Capricorn is a cardinal sign. That I know. It's a 10. Wow. 4, 6, 10. 2, 6, 10. Yes, it's an earth sign. Okay, wow. Because we have an order here. It's fire, water, air, earth. So you follow, that's the order. So let me write that down. I don't think I really wrote that one down, even though I know it. Hold on, I got so many freaking
Fire, water, air, earth. Fire, water, air, earth.
fire,
And then I'll take
water,
back around to
air, earth, and then earth. Hold on. 1, 4, 7, 10, and then 13 is fire again. But when fire comes around again at 13, it's 13. So now we have to understand the anatomy because it's 13. Do you follow me?
yes.
When you came back to 1, it's 13. So 1 and 3 came together. Now Aries came together with Gemini. So we have to have a different outlook in this. We have to scale this over 4 years. And then you have to scale again over 16 years before you start over again. Apparently, I don't know how they do it because the Hebrews are scaling at the 19th year 1, ending on 18. Is that correct? So that number is actually, that's the heart of Rubik's Cube.
Oh, yes.
The Rubik's Cube has 12 edges, 6 centers, 18, and then the heart is the 19th area. These are facts. These are 100%. They're not discussable.
Hey, Richard.
Because if they are discussable, please tell them, somebody has to tell me I'm wrong. I don't mind being wrong. I need to be wrong. If I'm wrong, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't care.
There's
I'm not
nothing
building
wrong with
something.
being
What's that?
wrong.
Richard
There's nothing wrong with
Richard's in
being
here.
wrong.
Richard. This guy's the funniest guy in the world. Okay, this is comedy hour. Let me tell you one, because God, the creator, is funny as crazy, kooky stuff. I'll tell you that.
Uh-huh.
Like, you want to hear the reverse alphabet? You remember I said the reverse? 1 between 2 equals to 3. So far, so good? So we begin at 3. Do you know what the reverse alphabet for C3 is?
P.O.?
It's X.
No, I'm
It's
close.
sex.
It's sex, yeah.
And the number to the numbers are 3, 6 or 6, 3, but the male phalange is the 63 also. So the 1 between 2 hits the 63 spot. Do you know where the female is? 54. They're
Man,
both 9s. The
that's like
female
Cancer.
is 63. The male, the female is 54. The male is 63. Now check this one out. Check this one out. I'll put it up on the screen. It'll be easier.
Someone in the comments was saying I Ching 64.
Okay, I'll do that number in a minute. See this 63? That's the male phalange, but I don't want to do it that way. I don't like to do it that way. I want to do 49, 49, and 14, okay, equals to 63. But here, this one over this one equals to 5. And 9 and 4 is 13, which is the male connection, is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. And this is the female. When each house is singular, the other one, the male, becomes duplicated or triplicated, not this one here, is because the two houses of the feminine connected by Abraham.
Wow.
So that's where this design comes in. Hold on a second. Well, not that design. You ever see that before?
That looks a bit suggestive as well. A little.
Yeah. Hey, I love that video that you made with your painting. Oh my God.
Yes, I gotta check to see if I can get it out there. Let's see if it's here somewhere.
Oh my God.
All right, I don't. They didn't take it. I don't know where it is. Ooh, my toe.
My toes.
63. I like that.
I don't see
And
it.
then I have
Toes hurts.
I think they took it down.
raw.
It's like kaleidoscope candy. I mean,
That'd be great to throw those into kaleidoscopes.
yeah.
So they seem to have taken it down. I think.
Is that a type?
my
It's like
God.
a
I
microscope.
just saw it about an hour ago.
A microscope, a telescope, a kaleidoscope, right? No. Yeah. Oh, that's
Oh
cool.
my God, that's so freaking cool. Look at that.
No, but you know this is. Can I tell you something? If somebody knows how to manipulate my stuff, this is my place. You know, this is not this
Yeah.
is not 100% AI, eh?
Yep.
You know that, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I could see it before you put it into video, though. It's like, wow, there's so much going on.
Yes, so my question is, I'd like to get some kind of, I don't know, what do you call it? Like, I'd like somebody to come here and say, hey, let's do something with this. Because if I can get this out, I mean, I don't know which way to go with the vision. One of them is I need to create a game. That's 100%. Okay, I need to have my own page. Okay, I can do it, but I'm always afraid to say stuff, although I'm holding really nothing back, you know. I just think I'm going to be more at ease to do something where we can have more interactive, where we can learn more of the algorithms, understand the algorithms, because it's a very tedious thing to understand how the gears work together. And if I can create a game, I can put more words in what I'm looking for in this. One of the things I'm also looking for is I want to understand the letter A when it's next to B, when it's next to C, when it's next to D. I want to know if the phrase is it and or but. I already know the it is. I already know the it is and timepiece, how that sets up. I'll speak about that. I'm coming back. I need some water.
Richard, when you put that up there, I saw Pong, that game Pong.
Pong, yeah, big pong.
I
I got what you're saying.
I know you're still young.
Harry.
Ping pong.
I think
1970.
you wanted to
No,
circle
no,
back,
Pong,
talk about
like
nine.
Atari.
I know what you meant.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, actually, we have that in our notes.
like Steve Jobs.
People and 63.
Wasn't the original one on a radial dial?
Probably.
Raw.
I'm
I'm
pretty sure it
talking,
was on a radial
I'm talking
dial
about
and
that,
bubble-
that Atari game that it's the opposite direction of the way you
I'm
put
going even
the.
further back than you did. I'm talking about the very original Pong, which had
Oh, okay.
there's like a bubble screen, and it had a little radial dial on it, and you just like could turn them back and forth using that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Kind of like a sketch, etch a sketch.
yeah, like an Etch a Sketch. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Etch a Sketch is something I haven't really.
I do, and it's weird. In the
There's
good
some
way.
people that can make like crazy art out of just Etch a Sketches.
Yeah.
So what this one is here, right, that you're seeing, I shouldn't have done this, but you see this here and this here? This is actually what I like to call the wild boar. Sometimes I'll call it the goat. It's hard to show you the horns on it. It also goes along with the
Yeah.
Star of David. The reason for that, when you look at the Star of David on an angle, you can see everything's on an angle, right? When you connect, not up and down, don't connect up and down, connect on angles. So it sort of reminds me about that. So what this is, you see the coin here? Have you ever seen Asian money with the square hole in the center? Or where have you seen money with a square hole in the center?
Yeah.
Right?
I see the grid behind it, though. It's like,
I've never heard anyone call it Asian money. That's pretty funny.
Okay, so what this is here, it's actually just I think there's too much light in here or something.
Maybe turn your screen brightness down a little bit.
oh, yeah.
Like go half it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
this
good.
this is what it is.
Yeah.
So you see over here, it's going to take on an altered dimension. You see the big one goes out and takes up 6. This one only takes up from this side over here. Now I can show you another design that connects with this one. My other design is a 3x3 design. This is a mirrored 4 design. What I did is I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I keep going until it starts over. And then I do it on this side, and this is what comes out. Now, when I show you the 3 one, right? When I show you the 3, actually, I don't even have to leave and show you it on the floor. I'll just show you the design I did myself. Bum, 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 bum.
It's basically algorithmic art. That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good. That's it. That's by 3s. This one's by 3s. So I prefer you stick up like right. This is the original. This is the singularity here. Have you ever asked yourself why 360? 1 between 2 equals to 3, 360. You see, with Mars, it's a 0. How do you get 0 between 2? It's not. It's 2 by 2, Mars. 2 by 2. On
I
to
see
the
it as
boat we
like
go.
something to do with an inflammatory response because it's got red in it. Red is usually inflammation. Red is reading. We read with our eyes. 300,
Very much like, almost like Mayan art.
360.
So these.
And you got red in the background there, I see.
I've been listening to trance music lately, and oh my God, I mean, that's what I see.
You like the Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Mm.
No, not the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
Are you sure?
Are you being mean?
No, I'm just asking if you like it.
So let me go on with number 9. Star math
Yes,
number
that's where I
9.
had
1 times 4. I don't really want to write it down. So if you need me to write something, if somebody has trouble, somebody follow the crowd. If they can't follow, I'll write some stuff out. 1
You're
times
good. I'm
4,
writing.
1 plus 4 equals to 4 and 5 equals to 9. 4 and 5 is the fox. 4 and 5, 5 and 4 is the feminine, the vegan, the Aina. Number 54. 9 times 6 is 54. Rubik's Cube is a 9 faced by 6, 54. Getting the drift right now? But Rubik's Cube, okay, is also a 13, 12, 156, which is hidden inside the design. Would you like me to explain it?
Sure.
Please.
Rubik's Cube has 12 edges. Agree to disagree or agree or don't agree or tell me something different.
Say it again.
Rubik's Cube has 12 edges.
agreed to just
Certainly does.
Rubik's Cube has 8 corners.
Yep.
Yeah.
Rubik's Cube has 6 centers.
Depending on your description of what a center is.
The center of the cube. Rubik's cube has six
Correct.
sides, six
Yes,
sides of
on all
9.
6 sides.
Hmm. So a set. So you're saying that a center is the outside at that point.
It's the center square of each side.
Yeah.
Correct.
So you see 54, but there are 12 edges. Okay, times 2. You have 8 corners. Okay, times 3. And then you have 6 centers. Okay, times 1. So it becomes 12, 8, and 6 is 26. Now these 26 cubes all have 6 sides. So now it's 26 times 6 equals to 156. So now there's a lot more edges because every single cube has another 12 edges. So now you have 26 individual cubes times 12 equals to, I think it's, hold on, equals to
Fractalized.
260 plus 52 or 312, which is what is 104 times 3. Also to be communication and the division between the high and the low of 2 houses. I'll explain this in a second. Just so now you know that there's 26 cubes. Every cube has 6 sides. That is 156. 13 times 12 is 156, and the feminine and the masculine now come out of the cube. The 13 moons, the 12 months. Not only that, but guess what? 52 times 3 is 156 for the 52 cards, for the 52 weeks, for the 13 times 4 equals to 52. To what is 13 is 616 to the zodiac signs, where 61 is 7 connected to 66, equaling to what is 19. Now we have the Quran.
Wow.
Mars sets foot in the house of Earth planet. And that's the mathematics.
616 was our area code.
So 6 and 7 is
wow.
the heart. 6 and 7 is what is actually the in between Libra and Virgo. The seventh inning stretch of the baseball game is 6.5, right? 6.5 and 6.5 for each team is 13, but it's not 13, right? It's 6.5 innings, which is 11. So 11 and 13 sort of come together, but they don't. The total equation comes together because 7 goes into the 6th house, 6 goes into the 7th house, but when you meet in between, it's 6.5. That's 11. Because they crisscross over the equator of the zodiac. And you know who that is? That's you. You push everything apart. By your birthday, you push everything apart. You know, I'm going to show you here. Let me show
What's
you.
your birthday, Kat?
Where am I
I
going?
have not yet revealed my birthday.
Oh,
we were
okay.
talking about my daughter's birthday. We
Okay,
were talking
where-
about my daughter's birthday a few minutes ago.
So
Yes.
let me, where was I? Does anybody know where I was when I said this? Oh, here. So what happens? I can do this with any number, right? Okay, thank you, Stowaway. I don't, sometimes I don't take my mind off the game when I see I'm gifted, but you want to hear the biggest gift I would really like to have? You see the building I'm in? You saw my artwork in the back, right? I'd like to feel safe here, that not one day they'd pick me up and throw me out. This is not my home. This is rented.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. I've been here for 20 years, and ever since the last one came in, the guy moved in here. He cleaned up the whole outside of the building, the inside. He takes great care of it. But I'm the only one. I'm one of 2 apartments that weren't transformed, but we got jacked. all the same as everybody else. I can't move out of here because this is what is today is tomorrow here. So, anyways, yeah, that's what I'm looking to save this, and I'd like to get this into my own page that we can that I wouldn't be the only one running the table. I mean, although I wouldn't want my stuff to disappear, we'd all have like different compartments that we'd run on the page.
Mm,
Like my nephew has a big page going, but I can't get through to him because he is way over the top.
yeah.
What he can do, he's created a game that I don't even know, some tower of defense, something or other. But anyways, it's not in my thing. I told him if you can add your tower of defense in my game, I said I can know what you do. Do you know you can play your life path in this game, the alphabet game, by learning. Is it the alphabet? Is it the alchemy? Hold on. Is it diagonal? Why is it diagonal? A-L, alchemy. So what is it? So the A through L equals to 78. What is 78? According to this, there's 9 areas on here. There's 9 areas on here. So when you have 7, right? It's not the number 7, it's 7 areas of 9. That means there's 2 left over. And when you have 1, it's not this one here. It's 1 area of 9 and you have 8 left over. That's where 7 and 8 comes in. They're the only singularity on this cube. Everything else is love. You know why it's love? L, 12. Reverse alphabet, O, 15, 27. 3 times 6, 3 plus 6, 18 and 9, 27. Then it's V. Reverse alphabet of V is E. V is 22, 2 and 2 is 4. Reverse alphabet is E5. When you look at this cube, every side is 9. 5, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 4, 5. They go together both ways. When you look at the 6, 3,
How do you describe it
6,
when it's on the
3,
top and
3,
bottom instead of
6,
side by side?
6, 3, 3, 6. They duplicate in each one. Where you see 3, there is 6 missing.
Yes.
Where you see 6, there is 3 missing.
Mm-hmm.
The 6 missing and the 3 missing is a 9 in itself. That's a 9, 9. And when you turn over to the 5, 4, that also is a 9, 9. 4 to 5 void and a 5 to 4 void. And it spells LOVE. There is no other.
That's so cool.
Amazing. Amazing. It reminds me of an open book. When you look at the edge, you see the open book, just like you would see an open heart.
So
What-
you saw that it duplicates, right? So the
Yes.
male phallus is 63 and the female is 54. Same numbers.
Wow.
When you total them out, it equals to 117. The face of this cube, when you look at it, and the opposite side is 7. You remember you were missing 6, and here you're missing 5 for 11. And when you go here, you're missing 8. And you flip it around, you're missing 3 for 11. And when you go here and you see 2, you're missing 7. And you flip it around, you're missing 4 for 11. The magic cube, the master, 7 come 11, 117. The male and the female organs coming together in the master cube.
That's so cool.
Such a mystical, it seems mystical puzzle, but it's something that's just been right in front of your face all along. It's like if it were any closer than my nose, I would miss it. And I just,
Hidden in plain sight.
Exactly. Yes, we talk about how when you're so up close to something, that you can't really see the big picture until you take a step back, and then it takes a step back to see the
Yes.
big picture. Because if it were if your nose were right on it, you would only see pieces. And to to be able to see something full figure, is just,
Yeah,
oh man,
I also
I
saw
it's
PLAIN instead
completely
of
downward.
plain, Richard.
Mm-hmm.
Hidden in plain sight and plain PLAIN. That's what I heard when I saw
And
it.
complaints, right? Complaining.
Yep.
When we complain, we're pretty angry. That's the resistance, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and I see the pain in the plane.
Exactly. It can make us upset.
But I also see the projection in the.
Well, it's always a connection, right?
Yeah.
The only resistance you can get is from a connection with something else. That's a frictional response.
Okay, so back to 9. So the thing with 9, or all the numbers, because there's whatever it is, but I said I'll do 9, right? My nose is blocked. So what 9 do you want? Do you want 100% of 9 or just 50% of it? Because if it was 50%, I give you 4.5. And then what that is that in that reality is all that you really need is half a 9. When you add up 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9, it equals to 45. Divided by 9, it equals to 5. So the E world is the average of everything. And it is you who is in that world. It is EIEIO, or what is 515151 in Roman numerals. All the Roman numerals are 5 and 1. Do you know why? Or can you tell me why I say that? Sorry.
Y,
I have no idea.
X, Y.
XYZ.
Well,
Oh, what's OIIOOII?
EIEIO, it is actually I want to say if I remember it correctly, it is almost like a concentration spell or a vocal of, it's almost like a mantra. So you would say, they actually get children to say it in a children's song, but it's a
When you
vocal concentration,
Wow.
like a mantra.
when you say
Um,
IO, I think of input output. That's input output, right?
Male and female.
Fire,
Yep.
fire, fire. Fire, fire, fire. What is A? What is AE? What is 1-5? Is EI? What is the lower house of 432? Is the upper house of 876? When you connect AEI. Your connection on the opposite side here is your constant. 7 and 3 is a constant, and 1 and 9 is a constant. The 1 and 9 is a fire. The 7 and 3 is an air. Where do I find the constant? Right here. What tells me it's a constant? Right here. The 5, the 4, and the 6. This is where our base creation is. The Federation, 4, 5, and 6. The 4 is inside both the 5 and the 6, and those, right, are located in the 7, 3, 9, and 1 position.
So beautiful.
yes, I just took these notes I think it was yesterday on the boogosphere of Planck's constant of the golden ratio, but approximately it's 1618. But they did they found it had a dialed in, more precise than we've ever experienced it before, to 15 decimal places when they did the studies on this thing. Now, I hope that I can believe the study that I watched on it, but I was taking notes on this like mad fire.
I'd have to see it to understand what they were doing or what or why they switched it. Because right now, if you take a look in society right now, you might notice certain things, and this will be your story that you bring to the table that sets your algorithm up with us. For me, I see the roundabouts. I see the side the when you drive down the road, I see bike paths on the outside of the parking. I see now bike paths on both sides. I see more interference than anything else. And it tells me one thing. They're putting the system back the way it was, with all the interference, with all the chaos. We are living, it is a living chaos on the road. I'm going to tell you one thing. When you're used to driving in your area space and you have that rhythm with 1 million people, that's fine. But when you move from one area to another area, okay, and start driving the same way you used to, it's not a good thing. And now who's supposed to be right? Okay, it's causing chaos. I see it. They put more money into what kind of plant they have on the side of the street rather than putting a vegetable so somebody can pick it up and eat it. So we already know it's not logical times we're in right now, but it really never has been. But we made it look like it was. You know why we look like it was? Because this is what it is about the teachers. There's always someone in the group says, we'll make a buck this way and we'll go the opposite way, right? We'll go the opposite way. We'll go the opposite. So everybody is creating. Just 1 second, okay? And just remember. So what was everybody just talking about for a second? There was.
And you were talking about
Okay, let me get back to number 9. So 1 and 8, 9, 2 and 7, 9, 3 and 6, 9, 4 and 5, 9. That's your 9s. Now the thing is, when it's 1 and 8, 9, what is 8? Is it 1 and 7, 8? Because 1 and 7, 8 doesn't fit on this cube. But it is the extremity and the pole of this cube. It is the 1 dot and the pole that you meet at the center at the 3.5 area space. You know, like I said, the one area is a 343, this one, okay? If it's a 343, okay, that's 7 times 7 times 7. Did you know that 7 times 7 times 7? Check this out. Check this perfection out. Between Virgo, right, I'm going to write this down. Between Virgo and Libra, okay, 6 times
it's
6.
my little brother's birthday.
Go ahead.
That's my little brother's birthday.
Which one, the 7?
777.
Wow.
Yep, it's 11777. That is my little brother's birthday. He's already mentioned. So we've talked the topic of my daughter's birthday, my grandmother's being born on leap year, and now my little brother's birthday being touch base with the 777. It's everything kind of seems to loop around back to the center, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the number. Those are the two numbers. The 3-4, the 3-4 Earth and Mars bump up. Okay, their balance is with 7 and 6. Everything has to come to a 10. This not all of them. Sorry, it depends. If it's offset, it's a 4 and a 6. If it's the quarter houses, it's a 2 and an 8. A 2 and an 8, 10, a 4 and a 6, 10. Now the thing about the 2, 8, 10 and the 4, 6, 10, they're off. They're not in that group of, how did I say that? They're the even numbers. They're the 2, 4, 6, 8 numbers in here. I'm gonna have to be quiet. I hear the guy going in the balcony. Am I loud?
No, you're not loud.
Okay. Is it possible someone can hear me?
You do have a projection voice, like a voice that projects really well.
Okay, because I see it's 2 o'clock, so I'm going to try and do 15 more minutes.
Yeah. If you just add some gruff to your voice, it brings it down.
Okay, so where was I with this again?
I don't think it started. I'm not sure. I'd like to hear what you were saying.
Okay, so just this happens to be the Tzolk'in calendar, by the way. Tzolk'in, Aztec, Sumerian, 18 months, 20 days. I can show you the algorithm. Anything divided by 13 only has two answers. They're right here. Anything divided by 7 has one answer. It's right here in a different order. That's it. You want to make up who you are? Take any two numbers that add up to 13. That's who you are. Here, take up any two numbers that add up to 7. That's who you are. And the result is right here. It's not a perfect division. It's not a million. It has to stop at 999,999. There's only 6 spaces. There's
Yes.
I
only
stopped
6
my
spaces.
gas. I swear I stopped my gas pump today for some reason. So cool.
This is the story I tell. I'm not telling you anything about this world, nothing. This is
I know.
this is a game. This is the truth about the game. There's only 6. So if you're going around in a circle, do that. You go around in a circle, you do that. And when it comes, and in Fibonacci, what has to happen is when the Fibonacci keeps repeating, you have to remove 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. Remove that. Now, once you pass 21, you come into the cube. Now Fibonacci can start its rhythm of 1.16, whatever, once you pass this. You have to get outside of this for Fibonacci to start off. That's the first 6. Let me just calculate to see if I have that number, and then it was Saturday in the night, and it was Saturday night. Here it is. So this is Fibonacci. Yeah, 34 divided by 21. 21 divided by 13. Yeah, 21 divided by 13 is good too. 8 divided by 5. No. 8 divided by 5 is 1.6. So that'd be 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Yeah, so it starts right there at that breaking point at the 6, 1. So what this design here is 1, and then 1. And then 1 and 1 is 2. Right? And then 2 and 1 is 3. And then 3 and 2 is 5. And then 5 and 3 is 8. And 8 and 5 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. And then 4 and 5 was 9. So do you know why it changes its color? Odd and even numbers. That's why it changed its color. So it creates the martini glass. Look, martini glass, martini glass. The only reason it didn't create it here is because this is a connect. So you can see the martini glass here, but I didn't have to draw that. I didn't have to draw this full connect. I could have just drawn this line here, and you can see it all spilling down here and mixing with this. It's mixing these two and all this. These are all the mutable signs. This is the mutable area, this area here. This area center is the fixed, and everything seems to spill out of the 741 area from the left side into the right hemisphere. And then it funnels in.
Yes, that's exactly what we talked about earlier, how the scribes wrote with what would look like a triangle or a nail, and that's how they would make their symbols. Each one of their symbols, it would have looked something exactly like the martini mini martini glass.
So,
How they would.
so this here, this one here, I don't remember. Let me see what it is. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. So it starts over here in U. I think this is 21 over here. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 8. Yeah, this is 21. So it seems like it's flipping from the 21st area. But if I took this cup and I flipped it up, it would be up here. You know what I'm saying? If the starting point is here and I move this cup all the way up, this point, this area here would go to this area here. So that would put this cup in this area here, 3, 6, 9, 12, in the 14th area. That's so that number 9, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4 is 5, and 4 equals to 9. There's a separation. When I mentioned 135 before, or ACE, ACE, well,
Yes.
the 13.5 is the heart of the 26 letter alphabet, which would be 135, which would be the heart of the Tzolk'in Sumerian timeline. So that would also the letter S in single digit. The S is 1, the U is 3, the N is 5. So the word sun is 135. The 135 ace, ACE, in the deck of cards, the A alone says ace. So when I see the letter A, I see ace, and now it tells me it divides the alphabet. It's split onto 2 sides.
I have that. What is that called? I don't want to have to leave here to look at it, but I have that right in. Let me see. Hopefully it won't.
If you look at the deck of cards, you'll see the ace has one of them has a number 92, represents yellow. Number 92 is 4 by 23. That is C in 4 houses. That would be the association between the movement between the cardinal, fixed, and mutable. Now, in this situation, this is what I use, but it's also the moving gates. Why? 7 divided by 3 is 2.333. 10 divided by 3 is 3.333. Bingo. 10 is Capricorn. The association of A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. Y on 333? A pig's pregnancy, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 days. The Quran also has 3 by 19 by 3 by 19, a fitting with the Mars moons, equals to 114. 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, the pig's pregnancy. Abraham, right? Communication services. Did anybody know? Check this out. Energy, Jesus, gorilla. Ape is 22. 22nd letter is V for life. I'm just trying to see what other ones. I'm getting a little tired, so I'm just trying to see which other ones I'm going to come up with. Yes, okay, Soleil. Soleil. So you can look at Soleil as the eye. I like to always look at Sol as the earth, but the earth eye. So what this is, let me see if I can show you this. Okay, so what I mentioned before is that when you have 1 and 2, your basis, that's the minimum. This will be the maximum. Your 3 and 11 come together in the game of pool. So when 1 comes between 2 to equal to 3, you now have creation in 11. Now this 11 here is a magical 11. Do you know why? Because there's also a 7, 4, and 3 void. This is your 7, 11, 77, EIEIO. Why? When I use number 11, if you multiply, where is that number? Wow, I used it earlier. I think it was 511. I think it was Forbidden who mentioned it. 5 times 11 is 55. 5 plus 11 is 16 plus 55 equals to 71. That's the number I'm talking about. 71 is the same as this. 1 times 7, 1 plus 7 equals to 7 and 8. 7 times 8, 7 plus 8 equals to 15, and 56 equals to 71. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 times 7 is 56. 8 plus 7 is 15 is 71. So it rotates, right? It rotates. 1 and 7 is the silver cord. It is the silver AG. 1, and so now guess what? This 1 and 7 also, this 15 goes for Mars. I just want to see it. It's also do re mi fa sol la ti. Just 1 second. Yes, oh yes. Every 71 minutes, what happens?
Oh goodness, what do I know this.
In 12 minutes, it will happen twice. Do you see your time? Do you know what time it is, wherever you are?
It's 2:10 here.
In 12 minutes, it will happen. Richard said it was 2:10. I said it in 12 minutes, it will happen. What time will it be?
2:22.
Right.
Deuce.
71 minutes times 2 is
Holy shit.
222. 142 minutes is 2 times 71. And every 71 minutes is another hour and 11 minutes. Why the hour and 11 minutes? The hour and 11 minutes is 151, because if it was 111 minutes, it would be an hour and 51 minutes. 151, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a double vibration. Why is the Roman numerals 5 and 1? Because M is 1000. 1 plus 0 is 1. D is 500. 5 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 0, just a 5 counts. C is 100. Count the 1. L is 50. Count the 5. X is 10. Count the 1. V5, I1, 51, 51, 51. Area 51, holding all vibrations. In tribulation, high above Lake Mead. Herbert Hoover, Hoover Dam. Las Vegas, the last tribulation to fall. Husha, husha, we all fall down.
My goodness. My brother used to always call jacks or fives as his wild cards, and every time you could not beat him. And like I just said about his birthday being 11/7/77,
So
you could not beat him in cards when he called jacks or fives. It was
So which way do you want to look at the jack? Tell me, is it because it's 5 and 1? Is it because jack is the 11th card? That's 511, and now that 511 becomes 71. Which way are you going with this one, please, so I can write it?
The way I look at the 11, I look at jack as the 11. I look at it as a gateway, and as you go through the gateway, where are you? You're in the middle, but and that's where I know it's not. That's where I see. That's where my 5 stands, and so I guess I see things maybe a little bit differently. But he always, with his birth date, he being November 7th of 77, 11/77.
Wow.
The number we just spoke about. You could not beat him in a game of cards if he called jacks or fives. He would. You just couldn't.
So tell me what do you know why you just said this? Like, where did this come from? Because I'm I put something together and I want to know where you came up with this just like out of nowhere. Or maybe it wasn't
Um,
out of nowhere, but it's out of nowhere for me.
I'm sorry, did I trail you off? I did not mean
Oh,
to,
no, no,
just
no. This,
because
I
it
want you to
made
be where
sense
you
to
are right now.
me.
You're in exactly where I want you to be.
Yes, it made sense to me. It's that it was that perfect window for him. And so the way I look at the Jacks to me is 11 in my mind, and 11 to me is the gateway. It's the two standing pillars, and so in the middle of the doorway, you have the middle, which the middle to me is 5. And so it's just the way I envision symbols and numbers.
Okay, I'll read it back to you what just happened, okay?
Yeah.
I just said that Forbidden mentioned um, something to do with 511. So I went 5 times 11 is 55. 5 plus 11 is 16. 16 and 55 is 71, which creates 1 hour and 11 minutes on the clock. So
Yes.
right.
That's where it came from.
So now check this out. Now you said that Jack is the 11th card. Now, if it came from that, check this out, okay? Jack 5, Jack is 25, and 5 is 42. That's a representation of both Earth and Mars, 7 and 6. Also, the feminine come together at 22. Why? Because in both situations, the 2 matches up. Therefore, you can put the 5 and 4 together and create a situation. That's the feminine and a passage. Both the feminine and the feminine, okay, is 54, 9 by 6. Now, if you go 45, it's 9 by 5. Now, this is the electronic hookup. Now, this is what happens. Fox is Fox 45. Why? Trinically speaking, 3 times 2 is 6F. 3 times 5 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. 3 times 8 is 24. 2 and 4. 3 times 8 is 24. 2 and 4 is 6. We have 666. It says Fox 45. It also begins with the base letters are 2, 5, and 8 are HEB. When you run the platform around this, the R comes in, okay, into the E world, whatever, regardless of what it is, it's Hebrew. And the design we looked at earlier is the I letter, but on 2 triangles. It's like riding a bicycle where one of the triangles is flipped upside down, and up here is 2
Yep.
wheels, but the point is down here. And then the other triangle is up here, but the 2 wheels are down here. And you saw the design before, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because I'm tired. So yes,
Yes.
I
I
still want to get back to number 9. So 3 times 6, 3 plus 6, 9 is the only. I said I was going to let somebody else come up here, so I'm not going to block anybody out from my tiredness. I will stay because everybody can keep talking. I can just take a 5-minute snooze, but I have an appointment in the morning. So yeah, where are we? Where are we? Right here. Let's say hello to the grizzly bear. I hope we're going to get something normal here.
Hello.
Oh, that's normal.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
So does anybody want to suck my dick? Put
Oh,
that
we
coffee
don't
mug
think
down and suck
so.
my cock, buddy. I'm gonna jizz in your face.
That you know what? I said it right. Did I not call that one out or what? Did I not call that one out?
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so listen.
You did.
So listen. The rooster is at the top of all the churches because he was talking about the rooster. He did say cock, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
he's like
so
cock.
okay, so there. Have you ever seen they're on top of the weather vane on top of the churches?
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy didn't come here for nothing. It was a delivery service. Just I don't know what service he used. It must have been I don't know. Was it U.S.
Chocolate chip
Mail or
delivery.
what was that? Overseas, right?
Chocolate chip. Cockatoos.
Yeah, so okay, so yes, so the rooster's also the 10th zodiac sign. So we're back to Capricorn because we must include both zodiacs, right? And he also said there was some jizz at the end of this. So no, but you have to include everything. I'm telling you. Do you
I
want me
hear
to
you.
you want,
Funny.
can I tell you something about this? You want me to tell you how the game starts? What they say? Yo yo, come out roll. I'm serious. I'm serious. You walk up to this game, that's what it is. You want to bet on the come line, the don't pass line, or the come line? Which one you want? That's what they tell you. You want me to show you? Uh, Hold on a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Show me the crap table.
What the fuck are you guys talking about? This guy's so funny.
Listen,
Yeah, the crap table.
listen. You got toilet paper? We're going to the crap table.
Exactly.
Yo, yo, yo. We're on the come out roll. Bring lots of toilet paper. You know, and in French they call it a croupier. Is that somebody that picks up the crotte? So when you have this, hold on a second. Let me take off the background. Hold on, let me. Whoop! How come I'm crooked?
The more sexual, the more creative. That's how I see it.
Oh, that's. Look, you can come with the field,
Then go
but
on,
but
flowers.
this one here is not good. Would you like me to tell you what I just saw here? This is not good. What if you take a good look at this? This is not good, and I'm not even going to talk about it. But the field is 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. 2 and 12 pay doubles. The 2 is like what is 1 and 1. The 12 is 6 and 6. So your 11 is coming into the game, right? Your Aquarius, it's two Aries together if you want to look at it. Here's your 1 and 2. So what is 2? What is 2? Is it 9 and 2, 11? 1 and 1 is 2. Is it 8 and 3, 11? 1 and 1 is 2. Is it 7 and 4, 11? 1 and 1 is 2. Or is it 6 and 5, 11? 1 and 1 is 2. Those are your master numbers. This is 33 to the void, right? This here, if it was Rubik's Cube, it's 33 to the void, 21 black dot. There's more voids. If you take a look, there's nothing on the edges. Here, 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 and here. Nothing on the edges. But there's nothing on the edges here either. You know that? And there's nothing on the edges here, right? So there's 4 sides with nothing on the edges. So if I take my edge counter out and I look at the edges, 2, 4, 6, 8, is that correct? The edges would be 2, 4, 6, 8 position. Am I right? Wrong? Did I make a mistake?
Yep.
So
Yep.
what does that equal to? 20. Right? Now we look here. We have another 4 that are not there. That's another 20. That's 5 sides of 20 equals to how much? 100. Now check this out.
The 1.
Check this out. There's only 2 missing here. So what does that mean? It's not 20. It's half of 20. It's 10. So that makes 5 sides of 20. 1 side of 10 equals to 110. I got 2 towers here, and they both fell down. The twin towers in my hands.
Yes.
Now they built a new tower. Do you want to see the tower they built? Jacob's ladder. Would you like me to explain why?
13.
Do you know why?
31,
I want to know.
Because the new building they built is 104 floors.
Wow.
100 is 10, 4, 104. With the odds of this, you know what the payout is? You put down 5E, you get down 9I unless you buy it for 1. You double up. But it's not only this one, it's also your Sky Pass. 55 for 44 for 22. You need 22 for the Zodiac. You know why you need 22 for the Zodiac? Although it's 2 and 2, it's also noted to be 22. But you need 22 for the Zodiac because the ring around this is 22 and 14. What you don't see. What you don't see is 6. What you don't see is 4. What you don't see is 5. What you don't see is 7. 7 and 6 is 13, and 4 is 17, and 5 is 22. 3 and 7 is 10, and 8 is 18, and 4 22. 6 and 8 is 14, and 5 is 19, and 3 22. So when you turn this around, it becomes 22, 22, 22, 22 for how many constellations? 88.
Whoa. Whoa, yes. You not only have the toroid, but the toroidal field. What is not visible around the outside, what is visible that goes through the center. Goes through the center and back out to the out like a donut, but then around the outside.
Rodin's coil, Rodin did that. I don't remember what it is, but you want me to add a twist to it? Something I forgot to re-mention that I already mentioned. I'm only talking about the one face. I said there's 26 cubes.
Yes.
So if there's 26 cubes, every cube has to be 110. You have to have 26 times 110. So let me see what that total is. 2860. Does that mean anything to you? Hold on. Hold on. Let me do. Wait. What was the number? 110. 110 times 4. Oh yeah, it's 110 times 4. 440. It's 110 times 4. Do you know why? Do you want me to tell you why? Because there's only 4 on the ring side. It's 2 and 4. So you don't do all of them. You just use 4 and 2. 3 would be the inversions of each other, which would be 330. Be 330 when it be opposites. It'd be when it goes around. You see, because 2 sides for a pole, and then you have two sides and two sides and 2 sides for a pole. But you see the way I'm stuck in here? Look at the way I'm stuck. I have no choice but to do this.
Wow. Look
No,
at that
it's-
nose. Very cool.
Right? Did you understand? So if you put the needle through here, or through there, I mean, it's only going to come out on one side. See that 5 has the, it's on this side. Whoa. I mean, it goes, so you get 71, you get 17. How do we get 17? What, like all these numbers talk. So again, here's number 9, 9, 8, and 7 are special. 19 is an association of 10 and 9, in which what happens is 10 is, which is the base of 10 is A, B, C, D. 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to 10. Now 1 goes and connects to 9, 2 connects to 8, 3 connects to 7, 4 connects to 6. Now with the 6 dice, right? With the 6 dice, see these 2 blacks here? This is going to be Cancer, and this is going to be Virgo. So you're gonna have Scorpio up here, and you're gonna have down here. You're gonna have Taurus. So you're gonna have water, earth here, and I turn it this way. I got water, earth again, and the 4 corners remain the same: fire and air, but not these. These change its course. You get a different water, earth, a different water, earth, possibly because you're sleeping at night and you're up during the day. I believe, if I understand correctly, you run 8 zodiac signs for the day, and you run 4 at night. The 9th zodiac sign for the day is your association in the game. the 4 you run for the night is not 4, it's 5. But because you're still breathing, of course.
Right.
So,
Yes.
That's why I sleep in the morning. I guess.
Oh my goodness, I have
If
been
I
lately
sleep.
too.
It helps you be less
I
sad,
was
right?
talking to
Sleeping in the
my
morning.
friend
Morning fun.
earlier about there's so much more to be seen in the ocean. So when you look across the ocean, that you think you're seeing as far as the eye can see, but if you think about it, you can't. All you see is water as far as your eye can see. However, if you think about it both ways, to the abyss, it's not just the face of what's on the top of the water, but to the abyss, to what the is at the bottom of the water. So you have your face, and then you have your depth, and so I was talking to my friend about this earlier. First, we started talking about the river and the river of time, and then we started talking about the ocean and how you look at the ocean as a face if you look at it from up above, but if you look at it from across, you think that you're seeing all of the ocean, but no, there's the abyss that's down below. And so I I have trouble also because my train of thought goes in so many different directions, and I think that's why I enjoy I enjoy your wavelength so much. It's almost addictive because
Yes.
yeah, because that's what my mind does. This train of thought that can go in multiple directions sometimes, but I also see it as a whole when it goes in multiple
That's
directions.
divergence, right?
Yes, and I
You're
just
right.
try not to jump tracks
Yeah.
so that I'm staying on the same vein, the same wavelength, the
Yeah.
same pot of gold, the same vein. Yeah.
okay, silver and gold goldfish. Okay, so in the silver waters they swim, transported through the waters, yet the goldfish are the ones delivering the message. They run in schools, right? So schools. So what is it about the teachers should leave those kids alone? What is it about the goldfish? So gold equals to 38. Excuse me. Gold is 38, silver is 85. Now what this is 1 between 2 equals to 3. When we get 11 with 3 and 8, 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is equal to 1 and 2. And then the 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will equal to what is 3 and 2. So it seems like what came into what is 5 came from 3. So what is gold now made silver. That's what it looks like in this. Okay. And it could be the other way around. With this said, because both numbers consist now of 8, the only difference is 5 and 3. And that's the difference between 100% of time. I'm just going to do it because I'm tired. I'm just going to write it out. This becomes what is the 100% of 60 parts of time. What is 6? 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3 equals to 6. What's the difference between 6 and 60? Nothing. All I did is multiply the 3 by 20. I multiplied the 5 by 20. I got 100% of this number, and that equates to time. So that's what we live with, and that's the time marker, 5. 13 and 11, MK. You want to
Yes.
look at it. 6 and 1 is the reverse cube. This piece over here, right? When you're thinking of number 51, look at this. Let me design it for you. Actually, it's here. Did you know that's 69? I'm gonna have to redo it, but on another paper so you can see it because that's backwards. I did it hold on a second. Flip the camera. I don't know how many pieces of art I never had before in my life. I don't even know where this came from. Oh yes, I never finished this. You know what this was? This was my cardinal from before. I can't end until I get all this done. This was the movements of three. I'm going to go down here and show you. Let me get a little light.
I wrote it down too.
So I'm just going to make a small one. So here's the number 9, and here's the number 6, right? 9 and 6. And then we can do the 9. And if you notice, when I did it, it looks like the percentage sign.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a 6 and 9. But when you do this, take a look. In order to do this, I had 1, 2, 3. So I needed the hexagon is just sitting center to this. The hexagon sits center to the division of 6 and 9, which is actually where 7 fits in. Why does 7 fit in? See this line here? You can use that for the 7. You can also use it for the Z. The Z is the 26. Yes. This covers the doghouse. We have the 2 houses above and below. So we can continue this design and see what it continues to look like.
It's also masculine, feminine.
It's part of my some of the stuff I was decoding just recently, and I'll just place this on. I don't know if you can see that.
Where is it?
Let me see. I don't know if I can get it up there or not. I'm sorry. Maybe I can, maybe I can't.
Did you get it, or? So check this out. Let me show you one little piece here. Are you gonna get it, or hi?
Oh,
What
no,
time
I
you?
had.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then it goes from that to, and these are just pictures I had printed off just so I could study them and not have to flip back and forth on my, on my computer or my phone. So I had some pictures printed off so I could study that.
Oh, you know what that piece is. That's in my room, eh? That piece, the top corner, right? Yeah, I don't know what happened to me. Oh, and your shirt. Okay, I think earlier on, right? I have so many pieces I didn't finish, and I won't be able to finish them tonight. Back to number 9.
It's okay.
But,
I will definitely get back on with you. If you come, I don't know if you come on daily, but I will definitely get back on.
I'm on at 2:00. I'll be on tomorrow afternoon, 2, 3.
Okay.
So I just want to put myself on the big screen for a second. How do I do this? And turn myself around. How do I do this? I never want to leave, I really never want to leave. So this afternoon I showed you a sign. I think it was, I'm not sure if it was on your channel, of the only white. I have only 2 white pieces in here. And one of them, first of all, there's so many things that I never knew 15 years ago when I painted it that today it would mean something. I had no idea, One of them is the TV. I wrote TV. And the TV, the MTV, is when you connect the 2 houses, the number 5 and 2, and it's even on the Sumerian Sanskrit, that number. They have also in the Sanskrit, it says the end, but I don't know if it was a joke or not. But anyways.
Today they just announced that they're ending MTV, so I wore my MTV shirt today.
So this is MTV. The TV part is the 20th. And the 22nd letter equaling to 42, which is your rainbow. 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 is 8 and 6. It divides the 7th gate. 6 and 8 divide the 7th gate. MTV, what is the reverse of T? Is G. What is the reverse of V? Is E. 7G is the masculine. E is the feminine. It is 5G TV. Dividing of the seventh gate.
5Q TV.
42 times
My
3.
goodness.
42 times 3 is 126. 126, 216 is relative to the cube and the moon, Mars moon's shift. That's what you just said.
Wow.
42 times 3, the gates are shifting 126, starting with our moon. Otherwise, it would be 216 or every single one of these numbers will tell another story what they're divisible into. I'm not sure which equation I would use this time at night because I can't really knock two sticks together.
You're doing good.
I just
Yes.
want to keep learning like new algorithms and not even the new algorithms because those are easy now. Now I just need to hear others who are looking for answers. That's what I need. People to ask questions, not me to come out here and do this. I mean, I don't know what it is right now. I need to run into some roadblocks because all I'm doing is putting pieces together. It's just too simple. It doesn't make any sense. And I know that
Right.
these cubes, right, they even have a game. You want to see how crazy this is? You want to see the crazy thing? Check this out. Where is it? I'm going to give you okay. I hope it doesn't take up the whole screen. Check this out. Can you add up where it says orphalin? The orphalin part, okay, totals 57.
Okay.
The other side with the 5 numbers equals to 75. In the prior picture, this here's the 7th gate right here. Here and here is 5. It's connected by 66 here and 66 here. It just so happens, guess what? In 1440 minutes in a day times 3 is 4,320 Earth vibration. But if I multiply it by 4, it equals to 5,760, the I of each one. Do you know what that is? 5,760. 5 times 7 is 35, times 6 is 210. 1 through 20 equals to 210. 5,760 years. The Hebrew time is the year 2000 when the two gateways match up. MTV. In the 27th year and the 27th year ending, right? In the 27th year ending, it would be the new beginning in the 28th and 29th year. Therefore, in 2028, these cycles close down.
There's no coincidence.
None.
Your
There's
April
no coincidence.
April is number 56. April 1st is the 91st day of the year. It's April Fool's Day for 720 for the tetrahedron. The 91st day of the year is what is 13 times 7, the Sumerian calendar. Also a set of cards, 1 through 13 equals to 91. On the 92nd day on April 1st happens only when we get a leap year, 92. Okay, this is when the first breath of the child, or so how I said it backwards, but this is when the child takes the first breath in the mother's womb. When the 29th day is in February, when the 92nd day is on April 1st. 4 and 1, home king, also representing communication. 10-4 in CB codes, A, B, C with B, C,
It
D,
does.
connecting the houses together.
Oh,
Wow.
so my friend just wrote me a rhythm to put words to. just kind of started this new project. And so far, he's titled it April, October, with the
Yes,
birth
yes,
and the
yes,
fall.
yes. Why did you pick October? Yes, because it's the fourth and the 10th month. Yes, communication. Yes, April and October. Yes, they're also enemy signs because they run on two sides of a balance. That's why. But um, I have to think. Yes, also because when you reach four, A, B, C, D, it equals to 10. It becomes the DJ.
My gosh.
And it's 2.5 times the difference, which is
That's my job.
DJ D. Well, listen, all the songs, especially like I learned the other day, and I'm not going to do it tonight, but Hey Jude, there's huge stuff they're talking. It seems like they're talking, and I'd have to look at everything as computers, right? We can't look human. Humans
Right.
make errors, right? Humans make errors. Computers only break down and we send the wrong messages and stuff. So I have to look at this whole thing after we can add on the human effect. Like this thing with pi. Oh no, check this out. Check how 9/11 worked together. Check this out. 9 times 9, 81. 11 times 11, 121. Okay? Did you know that at 121, it's 81 minutes? I'll do it again. 11 times 11 is 121. Okay? If I wrote 121 in hours, 1 hour, 21 minutes, it would be 81 minutes, which is 9 times 9. So somehow the numbers have to match up in their reality. Now, the other thing about 9 is that on the left side of your calculator, because remember, the lunar moon is 1, the beta moon is 2 for Mars. So what you have is you have the maximum you can have, because you can never go more than 6. Remember, the Akashic records are you ever think of the Akashic records like this? 78, 33, 45. But have you ever put the numbers 78, 33, and 45 to the Akashic records? You want me to tell you why? The records that came out in what's that?
She's never done that.
Okay, you know. Okay, I just tell you, it's really not a joke, but it's because when I say any word, you could have said any record, and it's good for the Akashic records. You know why? Records are records. Who's keeping the records? But in the old times, sizes of records were 33, 78, and 45. That's why I used it. I just use what history is set before us. That's all.
Yes.
I'm not a magic
Simple.
person.
Absolutely.
Yes.
No,
It's beautiful.
It's just,
It's beautiful.
it is. Wow. I've been paying attention to this blossom for 4 hours now, and I would not have given up those hours. So I just want to say that. So
Yeah.
I appreciate it so much. I was too shy to plug in and come up on his live the other night. But today he came to mine, and so
Good.
I was glad that he decided to continue the loop. That we took a pause, and everyone kind of they kind of left, and so he started up on his, and I went looking. I said, I hope he's on. So we were able to pick up kind of where we left off, and I'm so glad.
Oh,
Yes.
I left out a
It's an
bunch
honor
of
to
pieces.
witness y'all.
I left out a bunch of pieces. I'm sorry about it, but I'm gonna have to go to bed. So yeah, one of my things is, first of all, do you see
Me
this
too.
here? This is also the mix to the Sumerians. This is a 13 by 13 board. The Sumerians are 1313. Did I show this off today or no?
I think so,
I think
but
you touched base on it. You
Okay,
just
so we'll
barely
leave this
touched
for
base.
tomorrow. Okay, we'll leave this for tomorrow because I gotta I gotta go to bed. I just want to do a shout out for Zeus who just showed up. We have to, but Zeus is probably sleeping. Ah. Yeah, you know, Zeus needs strength, you know, to get up in the morning. Yes, so yeah, I have to take this off here. Hold on a second. What is this? So, yep, get that face off of here. Let's do this. Get that face. So this is what we're looking. If anybody knows any curators or anybody that's looking to promote any kind of art, this is what you get.
You got to rate the curation.
Yeah. This is what I need to promote. I need to save this place. Somebody out there once said to me, if there's anybody who's looking to buy something that might have great value, the only value this will have is to 8 billion people on this planet that might have a question. That's the value. And then the story that's associated with it.
And the kitty cat, of course.
Beautiful princess. Oh, look at her. She's just waiting patiently. I'm going to get me a pet. That's it. I can't handle it.
You don't have any? That's crazy.
No.
That's a slice of life. I have pets.
I know, but I don't want to feel guilty when I go to the market.
Nice.
Yes, so it's so the floor, right? The floor is if you notice, you see the way it duplicates? See the one over there? I'm
little
not
lightning
getting up,
bolt
I'm too
there.
tired. See the way that one duplicates
Yeah.
X, X, Y, and Y? Now tell me
Yes.
this. Now, guess what? This comes from the game of roulette. Do you know how many numbers are here? There's 36. Would you tell me that 360 degrees duplicates and mirrors that the center point is 111? Holding two vibrations, creating a cube? Creating the octagons and hexagons amongst each other? This is an actuality. This is a game. The game I just showed you.
Ancient too. I mean, it's ancient. Freaking ancient.
And then there's this. You know what this is? Do you see the number 1? See the number 1? You see the number 1? You see the 1111?
Oh, yes.
You see the 33, the 303?
Yes.
That's the year 2012.
Look at the bird up there, just above the X or whatever you're looking at. It's right there to the left. The black squares for his face. No, stay right there. Okay, right there. Right
That
there.
shoe?
Next to your shoe.
That's the New Balance, right?
No, I'm talking. Okay, right there. It's the shoe is on it. The sole. Yeah, right there. That is a bird.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah, I see it. So I
Lightning
think
bolt.
I'm going to be removing that. I forget what that was. Oh, yes, what I did here is I have to go over. I was looking at separating the left side with the right side like that over here. It's just inside because I had to do skeleton. If I put it all together, you wouldn't see it. So do you know why this is? Okay, now you want to, if I take a look, we're going to look here. It's the number, you see the number 2? See the number 5? Right? You see the number 7? See the 7 backwards? So this is 5,775, but backwards it's a 2. So 5,772 in Hebrew is 2012. Creates 1111, creates 33 for the master cube. It's also what is 13 times 444. Right? You know 444? Does anybody know 444?
I've heard of
Oh,
it.
gosh. I do, but I think I, it must be because I'm tired, but it's just not ringing.
So I'll
I
do
do
it
know
quick
it.
and then I'm going to bed. So 444
Yeah.
goes like this. The fourth dimension, okay, of ABC crisscrossing to 10. Here's how it goes. 5, 14, 23, 32, 74. 2, 11, 20, 29, 62. 8, 17, 26, 35, 86, 222. That's 444. It is the association of what is 1 through 9 crisscrossing in a 10 pattern. When I connect 1 and 9 is 10, 2 and 8 is 10, 3 and 7 is 10. The thing is, the fourth dimension, 3 is no longer 3. 3 is 66, 5 is 74, and 7 is 82. You can't change it because it is. Choose any one of
Right.
the numbers. I can rearrange all the numbers in another order, and it'll always be a perfect number because it's just a fourth dimension of the same number. And there's other ways to play around with numbers. We can do what is, you can call it hopscotch or binary, which is like, if you start with 8, we'll go 8, 16, 32, 64. I'm done. Just 4 of them. I only want 4 of them. One of the reasons I want 4 of them is it's the ABCD theory. 1 plus 2 plus 3, stop. D brings everything back, but on another level. Let me show you. 3 times 1 is 3, right? And 3 times 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 2 and 1 is 3. I'm actually sleeping, getting ready for tomorrow. This is just a recording.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
here's what 4 does. 4 times 1 is 4. I just moved up a level. 4 times, hold on a second, let me show you what I mean. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 4 by 7 is 28. 2 and 8 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 5 is 20. 2 plus 0 is 2. 4 by 8 is 32. 3 and 2 is 5. 4 by 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 4 by 6 is 24. 2 and 4 is 6. 4 by 9 is 36. 3 and 6 is 9. 4 leaves everything home. Same home. 3s, right? Move everything over here. Any number, just for the fun, pick two digits.
25, 2 and 5.
25. 25 divided by 7 equals 2. I'm very slow. 571,842. 571 5714285. Don't count this one here. Do you know why? Only after the decimal we count. Any single number after the decimal will always equal to this. There will never be 3, 6, or 9. And it only happens in the first 999,999 numbers. It only happens with 7 and 13. It just so happens it's a Sumerian calendar, a Sumerian Aztec clock. No other number works. Only those two.
Wow.
Isn't that
Wow.
crazy?
It's great.
It is. I'll show you why I chose it. I don't know if you can see this.
Hold on, of course I can see it. Okay,
Wow.
so yes, that's the dog. Is that the
The
dog
2
or
and
the
the
lamb?
5.
What is it?
It looks like a
It's
tank or
the
something.
almost like it's almost like Snoopy, but yeah, it's the dog. Correct. It's the dog. It's the 2 and the 5, the 25.
Okay, yes, 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 yes,
You
yes.
turn it upside down, it's like a little elf. An elf. You got an elf on the shelf.
I see the 6 and the 9 too. If you
And
turn
you
it,
know what?
Yeah,
It's
so I was
missing.
just doodling, so
It's
that's why
missing its
I put
bottom.
the 2 and the 5.
very cool.
It doesn't have its
See the
chin.
9 coming down towards the 5. Is that right? His ear is the 9, and it comes down looking like a G.
Oh yeah, I do
Okay,
see it.
so
Yep. No, I started by drawing a 25. I think that's the only reason why I picked that number. That's so weird.
That's cool.
There, 25, yeah.
Yep, I was just doodling. And so I just said pick any 2 numbers, so I just picked those 2 numbers.
Very
okay, right. So
interesting. I
50,
love
yes.
that.
I
So
know.
so 2 times 5, 2 plus 5. Okay, no, I'm not doing that one. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 is 10 and 7, 17. It's the same thing as 1 times 8, 1 plus 8, 9 and 8, 17. And if you noticed, it created 7, 8, 9, 10. The lower house, I'm just throwing some stuff out. Check this out. You play tennis. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the lower house, 10. The upper house is 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 3 to 1 the difference, or 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1 cycles. The other thing is if you're looking at number 39 or 13, 13, 13, it's the same thing as the upper house and the lower house. The same thing with 21. Why? The cube is 3. 3 by 7, 21. 3. 3 by 13, 39. The lower house is 3 times the difference of the upper house. Also, if you play tennis, 9 and 6, 15, 7 and 8, 15, the upper house. And after that, you collect your 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you have your 40. And then you go through the 5 position, and then you have game. Add 1, add 2 to that. Because they work by 1 point. When you work by 1 point, you work with the 5 position. The 5 position is the only position that counts as a 1 position. Well, it's a 5 position, but it's the 1 position that counts for all connecting tens. Father, the feminine and the masculine. That's just the way they're working it, And guess what? It can be the complete opposite. Everything I say can be 100% the other way around. I know Bob Barker told me. Because we have to use game shows. We have to use the Wheel of Fortune. We have to use that's the thing. The thing about using all these game shows is that they're not telling us about how to talk about our planets. They're teaching me how to manipulate my numbers, how to understand. I don't have to go to great mathematics. It's right there. You can learn from a game show. I learned from, did you know that? You want to see another thing between 5 and 9, and then I'm going to bed? Is that first of all, besides the 510 that the Aztecs work with, besides realigning, I realigned the alphabet to 360 instead of the 26 letters. I realigned it to 260, and I have 10 zeros in it. 11, sorry, 11. So where was I with this? Help me, someone help me. Where was I?
Between you say
7 and
The what?
did you say between 6 and 10 and you realign the alphabet?
Oh, yeah, it was before that. Wow, I think I had it in my head. What were you talking about?
We were talking about, we did the 2 and the 5, and then we did the
Okay,
you said one
yes,
more
the
thing
2 and the
about
5
9.
tennis. Yes, the 2 and the 5
Snoopy.
tennis. Okay, so the 2 and the 5 tennis is 10, 17. The 2 and the 5 tennis. The 2 and the 5 tennis. We did that. The upper house, the lower house. Oh my God. Tennis. Now they have pickleball.
don't spam,
Imagine
please.
pickleball
I'm
goes
gonna
to
mute
7
you.
and 11, eh? Did you know that? Pickleball ends their games on 7 and 11. And it's pie. Listen, it's not pie, it's pie key because it's pickle for P-I for pie. And pickle is also a cucumber. So, and we pickle it. So we have to think of other things, how they come in. So everything, I don't remember where I was, just, it just doesn't stop and things get funny. I mean, just things get funny, you know, and
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how it gets with me when when I get groggy and a little bit tired.
yeah,
I
I
um
can't think anymore. So,
I start to get foggy. Yeah.
3:03 is a good time to leave.
somebody else wanted to come up. So let's see if I'm just going to give them 1 minute.
Thank you, my darling. Hello, everybody.
Good evening.
Hello.
Oh, it's nighttime over there.
Yeah.
It's
I think
3 in
the
the morning here.
polarity.
Yeah.
It's 8 a.m. here. My darling, do you remember me from Tony's live?
Possibly. I don't know at this time of night. I have to see the picture bigger. I think I remember that picture, but I could be wrong. But
And
go ahead. I remember the voice.
oh, brilliant! So I was the one that was saying that I believe that my dad is Christ consciousness. That it maybe my bloodline is to do with humanity, and I think I broke the what's it called? We did it anyway. I broke. Is it breaking time? I don't even know what it is. But you said it was all about the numbers and the dashes, and I wanted to say thank you because then the numbers and the dashes started to make sense. I started. Oh, and I got the message, and then I could read the message that I got, which is, my darling. Let me. Can I put it on camera for you to see?
I'm trying to look for it. How do we do
1
this?
minute.
And you know what? If you run into any static at any time, right? I'm only telling you this for what I believe, even though sometimes it might be annoying. It's just take it as like a switch. Oh my God, that
1
was
minute. I'm
bright.
just. Sorry.
I
Sorry.
only I
It
only
is.
have a couple of minutes because I'm gonna fall asleep.
My darling, I've got it, I've got it, I've got it. But can you remember I was showing you all these and I was saying
Oh
I see
yes,
a lot of
yes, yes,
triangles.
yes, yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
So here is the message. It said, B, they see, the ones who know, Eon, I am gratitude, peace, love, and whatever that was, ma, but I put money, that's what I got from it. So I was thinking, yay, we all could do with some money. And then EEE, which is my dad, brave Eberhon, Elohim, that was, but obviously it went to I am home, in nini, which is 9, the number 9 backwards. And I got this yesterday at 19 of October, which is 10, which is reset, and 555 at 555.
Oh, I forgot
Wow.
to call my friend on. It was the 19th yesterday. So listen.
Yes.
So could you go
Yes.
back to the other page? I only can spend a minute on this because I'm going to bed. So when you see tud for me, right? It's going to be like etude is a study, right? And it looks like it's a sun study, and it's at the second of the seventh gate. The reason for this, and you remember what we spoke before? Hey, Jude, she's got tood.
Yes.
Okay, so the DE is the 4 5, so it's like incoming information. The piece in PE is the two worlds that are split with the ACE, the 135 between the sun. Your RAM is your Aries. Your love, your money is your harmonization, right? The
Ah,
harmonization
okay.
And
of the
because of you,
oceans.
and my darling, and because of you, this is the number that I got. Because you said it's all about the dashes and the dots, which I don't know if it's right, but this is what made me figure out um what do they call it? They don't call it. I said it in the chat just a minute
One,
ago.
two, four, eight, 16,
Bi
32,
binary.
64. 128. So what you did, okay, now I don't know what you're doing with with this. You have 128, so you have 1/4 of, I don't know enough about how much RAM and stuff to be able to tell a story with this. I can see
No,
three,
no,
four.
baby, I wanted to give it to you because everyone else has been asking for it, but I wanted to give it to you.
Well, yeah, you know what this is telling me? That I have to call a friend of mine tomorrow. Is his birthday. Oh yeah, okay, okay. Let me tell you what this is. Okay, oh, right. Okay, the 25th of the 10th is one of my friend's birthday. The 19th of the 10th is my other friend's birthday, and I'm going to tell you what this is. Do you remember we saw the roulette before? Let me show you. I have to show you.
Yes.
Okay. Hold on a second. Yeah, and this is gonna be the last piece, but I have to show you this. Okay. What you just showed me is this. On the right side over here, 1734, and underneath this hidden camera over here is the number 6. That's 57. This side over here is 75. But you didn't see that, because this is 3 times what is 19 to equal to 57, and it's 3 times 25 to equal to 75. So you're talking about this period right now. So what is that? That means we're meeting in the eye at this time between the 19th, and it's not the 25th. It's beyond the 25th. It has to go, or is Halloween the opening and this is the closing, and it opens on the 26th. The 26th is the last letter. It's also, when you go to the 26th, the last letter, it's also noted to be either 1 or 2. I'm not sure yet how I'm ending the alphabet, because they say it's YZY, which means the last letter would be a Mars moon. That means the Y would be an Earth moon. So that's what they're talking about right here. And I know we're coming into an alignment. I know according to the cubes, if you drill a hole into all these cubes, the cubes will only look like 5s and 7s.
I've got the cubes. This is what you demonstrated to me, which you know, well,
Yeah, I won't be able to have any time tonight. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to bed. It's 3 o'clock.
You said you had
okay,
an
my
appointment.
darling.
Yeah, I can't even get into it. I can't even, I'm like
That's
dying
fine.
out
My
here.
darling, it is absolutely fine. Everything's sorted. I figured it out. I wanted to say thank you. Thank you.
So
Thank
you
you.
see this over here, this, right? The 9 letter, it's I and E coming together through N and N. N and N is the 28-day cycle of the moon. And if you take a look at it, you can take the N letter, the second one, and turn it into a Z. The only reason they duplicated it is they need both of them in there. So they just duplicated it. But you can use it both ways. Do you follow how that works? So 9 equals to 42. 4 times 2, 4 plus 2. It's also the rainbow on the Giza pyramid. The Giza pyramid, check it out, is 5184, which is 3 17s and 3 28s, bringing the
My darling,
vibration into the
and
house.
it was this that made me figure it out as well. So then I don't want to go into it because I want you to go to bed. But then I'd done this wrong, but it started like this, all the numbers. I have to do it
Yeah,
like that, and then it went out
if
like
you're
this.
just, when you start from, okay, so that's the thing. Stop for a second. I want to show you some. So the 1124, you see these 4 windows? Until you get past these 4 windows, you will not have that 161 algorithm. You have to leave the 4 boxes. In fact, I think it's on the 6th box that you begin the algorithm. It's the reverse of the cube. That's what that reminded me of, even though it's more of a scribble to me. It's over for tonight. What we want to do here, you know what we want to do? We want to save this place. If anybody knows
Thank
anybody,
you. Hmm.
if anybody
I've been
knows
working on it for
anybody anywhere, thank you.
yes.
Yeah, how
Thank
come I
you.
can't get my box back? What happened to me? What
You're up
happened to
here.
me?
You're up here with us. You're the big one.
Weird.
There you go.
I'm the invisible one. I'm really invisible. I got to look. What's that? Oh my God, it's an alien. What's in the background? What's in the background?
That's a big foot right there.
This is what I want to save. We got to get somebody to save this building, take over this building.
Are they going to sell it?
No, they're not. They're not. If somebody wants to buy it, maybe, but they've had 5 buyers here. No, this building's been sold 7 times since I moved in. I'm here 20 years.
Does it have apartments above it?
Yeah. It's a 12. It's
We will save it. I've
it,
got the message. We will save it.
thank
So
you.
don't worry.
Okay, I'm going to bed.
Sleep
This
well.
is what I want. I'm
Love
not
you.
looking for anything for myself, just to save this so I can keep working in sanity.
Yep.
I'm going to bed
Good night,
tomorrow
everybody.
at 3 or 2 or all day.